Welcome to Talk of the Tavern. A little about us, we're your at-home interactive weekly geek talk, all blended with wit, sarcasm, and a pub-like atmosphere. We're adults talking about adult topics and using adult language. We laugh and make jokes about almost everything. We don't intend to upset, but some folks have their feelings hurt easily. This is all done in humor in the style of the great offenders such as George Carlin, Red Fox, Lenny Bruce, Richard Pryor, Robin Williams, Wanda Sykes, Sam Kinison, George Lopez, Lisa Lampanelli, Chris Rock, and others. So grab your vice of choice, sit back, relax, and get ready to enjoy yourself in the company of great people, hot toddies, and guests alike, because here we come.
Put that long day behind you. Good times lie ahead. With company worth keeping, that'll bash a smile on your head. Come on in, the door's open. You'll find just the finest folks here. Pull up a chair, grab a drink, and lend our stories your ear. Cause we're the talk of the tavern. Here you're always welcome. The talk of the tavern. Promising beer and bedlam. The talk of the tavern. Music, medicine, then some. The talk of the tavern. The song's over. Here we come.
And welcome to Monday, June 25th episode of Talk of the Tavern, where we're Seinfeld-ing it. Originally we did have a guest, Aaron Ashley, join us, but due to life getting in the way, we will reschedule that and do that another time and use that same topic of CSI IRL. Instead, we're going to fuck off and have a good time. Let me start by introducing...
Hey, Daniel.
Not Daniel. I wasn't going to introduce Daniel. I was going to introduce you,
No,
Andrea.
he said pickles.
I see.
Oh.
What's your vices, baby?
Oh, Lord. I need more ibuprofen because my shoulder hurts, but I have coffee.
Is that it?
And other stuff, but I have coffee.
What other stuff?
I can't even reach anything. I have crackers and tea and a cigar over there, but I can't reach it.
You know when you guys wake up in the morning and you just turn your head too quick or wrong and you get that pinch in your neck and shoulder? And like for the rest
You
of the
can't
day,
move.
that's what she did.
Yeah.
She woke up and realized she wasn't 20.
Sucks getting old.
Speaking of sucking, let's introduce Ed.
What up, people?
Ah.
I am drinking apple cinnamon tea
Oh, nice.
Oh, that sounds
while
nice.
eating homemade applesauce.
Oh, did you
Aren't
make
you
apple butter
fancy?
too?
No, we won't do that till fall.
I'm just gonna have sex with a jar of it. Hey, speaking
And if we
of
get
having
enough
sex with jars,
subscribers, it'll
What?
be on video. What?
speaking of being on video, we also have Elizabeth joining us.
Good evening, everyone from New York. Tonight I'll be double fisting my trusty water Careful and some just sweet tea.
Very
And that's
good.
it.
Tonight I am smoking an Obsidian, followed by an A Olivia of some sort. I'll tell you when I get to it. Not worried about it now. And then coffee and water. So none of us are drinking alcohol.
Nobody's drinking alcohol.
All for various reasons that may not need to be broadcasted publicly.
My shoulder hurts. I can't open the bottle of wine.
But man, she was like on the kitchen floor for a half hour gnawing on that fucking thing.
Get
I
open it.
was laughing and laughing. It's okay.
Oh, my.
Okay, who is here? Kim, can you see us and hear us now? Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us live. Kim, who is K-Mac in the chat, is a friend of mine from my teen years. I've known her for 33 years now, something like that. So glad to have you here with us, Kim. Thank you for joining. And then, of course, it's Wood is Daniel, who's been on the
Hey,
show.
Daniel.
Yeah. Oh, we need to do an opening toast.
And he drinking whiskey.
What kind of whiskey? Daniel? Don't just say whiskey. It's really too broad spectrum. Gotta let us know.
Don't say whiskey.
Kim, can you hear us or see us? And I should type that also,
Are you there? Yeah.
in case you can't.
Come in.
Is
Over.
there anybody out there?
Hold on while I tech the audience.
Here's to the audience.
Who else is here? That's right. Here's the audience. Because they show up, we don't have to talk to ourselves or each other. Look great to me. Well, 3 of the 4, yeah.
She's on
Okay,
her
you're on
phone.
your phone. Okay, let's,
Oh,
and I'm guessing. Let's see here. I'm probably just gonna have her reboot the app.
yeah, you will.
There we go. Only because I love Kim. I'll take the time to walk her through it in the chat. Who else is here? What are you guys drinking? What's your vices tonight? Von Hegner, you here? Skipper, you here? I know you're here, Skipper.
Oh,
And
Bob.
Lady Skipper. Bob, is Bob here? Bobby!
Bob's here,
Hey,
waving
thanks
the
for visiting.
flag.
He is. He's got his little freak flag out. Good for you, Bob.
Hello.
We don't judge, but we really suspected.
Lady Skipper's here. Hello.
Lady Skipper, and I saw
Hi.
Jamin up there too. Do I have a new postcard for them? I need to hold up in front of the camera. I don't think I do, but
From
they
them,
might have
but
been.
I'm not. I think you showed the last one.
Let's see, the play on words was the most recent one I got, and I just don't know if they were here. But yeah, there we go. No, Kim, no.
Oh, it's not as good.
Oh, at first I thought you had a cigarette. That was a lollipop.
Okay.
What?
I got a lot.
And I have markers
Oh.
and dry erase crayons. Mm.
Now,
I have
what-
never heard of
have you
those.
played with those yet?
Nope. Today was first. What mayhem would occur? Talk to the top.
Oh,
Saw it
see,
for a
I don't think Bob watches our games, but Bob, you've been worked in as a character in a few of the games, and so has Cannoli.
Wow.
Was he a character? in one of
Cannoli
these?
is the secret word.
Which game is he worked into?
Well,
Saturday
remember-
night.
Well, that was Tony Cannoli. Was there a Bob there?
that's Cannoli, but remember the Star Wars game with Aiden,
Yes.
the last one?
I remember the
It
game.
was just me and him. And it's Bob with 2 O's.
Oh, yes, it's Bob. And when he spelled it, he's like, it's spelled B-O-O-B, Bob. It's well, Kim, can you see us and hear us now? She saw us for a second. She said we looked good.
We're
Damn right
like a
we did.
ninja. You gotta find us.
Anyway.
When you see us, you're already dead.
Let's see here. And I see a few new people have come in. Make sure you give us a shout out. Let us know what you're drinking. We are Seinfelding it tonight instead of Aaron. Did you make it here into the audience? It's if you did, hello to you too.
And if you can't comment, make sure you verify your email and follow the channel.
Yeah, after you sign up for Twitch, I'll send you an email. You got to go click on the link in it and then follow Talk of the Tavern. There's Aaron. Hey, Aaron. It's there we go. And Andrea has her channel, which is growing. Make sure you guys are following that so you can watch her cat cam as well as play tabletop role-playing games, Plants and Zombies, stuff.
Elizabeth is there. You're there, and you're there.
Oh,
We're out there.
On the games, yeah. Rebooted, saw a commercial.
God.
Clearly the nothing. Oh. That's sad.
I don't know what it's doing.
Are we all right?
Oh, yeah. They're trying to watch the
Just
show.
can't get it to work.
And they usually watch it on the YouTube replay, but they're joining us live. And I told them to reboot, and they saw the commercial, but then they don't get the channel. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
But they're chatting.
That's very sad.
Okay. let me shut some other stuff down here and get that out of the way. Hey, let me do this real quick. We've got the Kickstarter going for the books. If you don't know about it, if you do know about it, go to that link I just put up and share it. Let people know about it. It ends Friday, and then I'll never bother you about that again. Aaron, it's all good. Understand. Sorry we couldn't get you teched in time, but I have had people who most people take 15, 20 minutes to get through the tech check. Some people have taken over an hour and 3 minutes till I had to cut them loose because they still weren't set up to go. And because of that, I've just learned if somebody's not here with at least a half hour to spare, we just don't do it that day. But we'll get you on at some point in time. We'll try to.
It's always better to reschedule and have it done right.
That's true. That's true.
That's what I always say.
Do it right.
It's dating philosophy. So, how's everybody's week gone? Anybody have anything really cool happen? Fine, then we'll talk about the boring shit.
Am I on mute?
No, you're there.
No.
Go ahead, tell us what happened.
My channel is up and I've been streaming. We've played Star Wars and Dungeons and Dragons and Marvel superheroes, all tabletop games. It's fun. I have 21 followers.
Oh.
I know.
She's growing. She might be growing right now as other people click on the link and go to her channel. Which, by the way, guys, if you're a regular and you want her link, all you have to do is click on her name. It'll open up a little box in the chat. You click on the name again. It'll open up her channel in a new tab. And there you go. It's So what else has went on in the past 7 days since we all hung out together, Andrea?
Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
You did what? A 12-hour broadcast or something? I don't know. You were on for a long time.
It was only 6 hours. It's but Friday, this upcoming Friday, I'm going to do probably a 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. broadcast for the Kickstarter. And I haven't decided if I'm going to, I think what I'm going to do is just put life advice. We'll answer your questions. And then whoever is on, if Elizabeth pops on or Ed pops on, we all can give our opinion when people ask stupid shit.
Can I just give my opinion whether they ask or not?
Toey, Des. Wow, look at both of you showing up at the same time. Thanks for the bits there, Des. Appreciate it, buddy. And Toey, there's a message for you on Facebook in the Working Our Rights page. I think you might know something about that. I might be able to use your wisdom. And congratulations on the Fakest. So, that's very exciting. Go to post a link for that, Toey. Let people know about it. Okay, Andrea, you're up. Daniel wants somebody to teach him to throw bits. He says he's such a Twitch noob.
Okay, Daniel, in the chat box, you'll see a little thing that's like, now it's not just a triangle, it's like triangle shaped, diamond shaped. Click on it, and you can go to Get Bits. If you have no bits, go to Get Bits where you can watch videos or pay for it. Videos are easy.
Yeah, and once you click on that, it'll just have it there, and you choose one of the icons by clicking on it, and then it'll give you an option of 1, 100, etc. There you go. Bob just showed you how it's done. Oh, they're doing that.
Yeah, and if you click on it and you want to give more than one, you want to give like 10 or whatever, just change the number when it appears in the chat box.
Comedy podcast you might like, the Fakest. There we go. Hey, everybody promote themselves. Daniel, put up a link for your podcast. Let people know. He's got a wood podcast. And in case you couldn't tell from his username, it's Wood Podcast.
What?
Aaron, since you were supposed to be on, why don't you go ahead and put a link to your work in there? You know, your website or what have you. Let folks know where to find you. Uh-oh. Who's Ed typing to? Let's find out. Let's watch.
He's typing a book.
That's what I should be doing.
Are you working with the dry erase crayons?
Mm. Sorry.
No.
I'm just sketching away, filling up this enormous board.
Are you using the crayons?
Not yet. I think I'm going to use them as highlights and design.
I'm just
It's
wondering
easier-
how they work.
Yeah, they're curious. It's weird. It's an interesting texture. They're a little waxy. You know, when you use the dry erase marker, you can also clean off certain areas very easily. When you do that with a crayon, it doesn't come off as easily. So you can get very straight lines against the crayon. So I'm just gonna play.
Okay.
See what happens. I think I'll use them at the end because the marker is so smooth. You can get nice drawing out of it, and then I think the crayon will be additional details, texture.
Awesome.
By the way, Toei just posted a Kickstarter for a game or something she designed. It's a gaming book. If any of you guys are gamers, in the 80s, there were Grimtooth source books, and they were all about traps. So you had Grimtooth Traps,
It's a trap.
Traps 2, T-O-O, Traps 4, F-O-R-E, and I want to say they had a Traps 8, A-T-E, but this is Trapsylvania. And they have hit their goal. They asked for 10,000. They're at almost, well, they're above 25,000, so they're doing great. But pop over there, and I tell you what, I've always loved these books. So go support it, and they even have one of the traps up there. That's awesome. It's very comedic and fun. And Toei, you wrote part of this, all of this. They held you down and beat you till you wrote it for them. How'd that work? Let's see here. Let's see. Lady Skipper said, we were in New York. The Binghamton Rumble Ponies turned Tim Tebow into a dinosaur. I don't even know what the hell that means.
I don't
You
know.
lost me at Binghamton.
If there's not a picture,
It did happen.
Yeah.
Aaron says, check out my blogcast. There you go. Soon to be a podcast. Food, Funds, and Forensics. See? Of course you do, Daniel. Daniel has all the books. And Aaron says to Elizabeth, if you want to come on my cast and geek out over forensic stuff, you have an open invitation.
Oh my. Cool. I will take you up on that.
Nice. And Toei says she wrote part of the book, and they rounded up everyone who had worked on books over the years to write this new one. So did you write part of the old ones also? Inquiring minds want to know.
That's awesome.
That is a pretty hardback right there.
Why, thank you.
Which one?
I hear that all the time.
Nice. Oh, good stuff there. Oh, so anyhow, Ed, what did you do the past 7 days, man?
I ain't done shit. Work on the house. I ain't done shit.
Well, you worked on the house. You're making a barn door.
Yeah, well.
And appropriately, a bathroom door. So when people say your barn door is open.
Boom.
Oh.
It'll look nice when it's finally done. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's still catching up on Walking Dead with Teresa. So, yeah.
How's that going? Where are you up to?
We are in season, the Negan season. I don't know what's that, 6, 7, somewhere in there.
So the one
20.
where he's appeared and it starts out.
They're just getting ready to start fighting back.
Okay, so he's already taken out one of the members.
Yeah, he was busting heads already.
Okay. Which it shouldn't be a spoiler for anybody at this point in time because enough people put it out there. I mean,
yeah.
By the way, Bob says Elizabeth has an open invitation as well.
Mm-hmm.
Bad Bob. No cannoli for you.
Ooh.
Oh. Wah, wah, wah. So, Elizabeth, how are you doing with school being out?
okay. Unemployment's always a new surprise.
Well, you get to face paint, right?
I did. Friday, I got to face paint and made a nice chunk of change. And it's fun face painting children because they can't hold still. You know, and people talk to them, so they will.
But you're about to say
right
they
when
can't
you're
get
going
away.
in. Yeah. But you do get them trapped, so you get to kind of know these kids one-on-one.
Right.
And you get to chat with them, and that's always fun. And one of my last little guys wanted his whole face as Deadpool. So I had to look it up on my phone just to make sure I got the lines right.
Right.
And I painted his whole face, and then we were talking. He was 7 years old, and he has seen all of the films, which are rated R.
For a good
And
reason.
I said, okay, no judgment. But there you go.
Well,
It looked fabulous. He looked like Deadpool. And he was running around
I get
with
it.
guns.
With his guns and his knives, killing people. But not you.
like
did
you
it.
do.
I get it. That was fun. You know, it's bittersweet when you see the kids because I don't know where I'm going to be after summer. I don't know if I'll still be working with this program or at school. And so you watch them and you think, I pray to God I had some kind of effect on them that positive that they'll remember. And just let them go. Just let them go. Someone sent me a picture of the whole class. I'm not sure who it was, but the day I covered a couple schools all at the same time. Hopefully I'll get paid for all of it.
Hopefully. Well, was it hourly or was it like one lump sum per school type thing?
Normally it's hourly, and then they really needed someone to do the face painting, so I got paid quadruple face.
Sweet.
Because that's more important than teaching. Painting.
Well,
Yeah.
you paid more. Hey, Robin, where you been?
Hey, baby. I miss you. And you were at Dinosaur Land the other day, and you didn't come see me.
Oh.
Okay.
Dinosaur Land, right up the road, by the way.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's I keep wanting to
Where's
Andre's-
Dinosaur Land?
Oh,
Isn't that California?
Even City.
What?
It's not the one Pee Wee was at.
Oh,
That one was in Texas.
whatever.
Remember when he proved he was in Texas? Deep in Texas. So,
That's funny.
let's see what.
Sorry, I was looking down.
One in Colorado, lots of fossils.
Mm.
Robin had a very grumpy 5-year-old after they left. Well, don't take people's 5-year-olds home with you.
Was that your gift with purchase? I mean, admission or something? Oh,
Dinosaur people got tired of kids. They just start shoving them when people take one.
That's how they get separated at the border.
Too soon.
I'm sorry. Did I say
Trigger.
that out loud?
Content warning. Content.
that's not funny. That came through my nose. Oh my god.
See, Daniel's smart. He says, I never get into the van before I get the candy. But once you have the candy, you're like, I'm in the van now. Come on. If there's more, I'm there. It's And I did send Kevin a message. He'll be joining us shortly. He's still making his way home, wanking along on the bus. Let's see. Aaron said, if you had only known the conversation I had with the Border Patrol agent. Well, I imagine it was slow, low, and breathy. So, do you want to patrol my border?
No wall.
Oh my.
We don't need a wall. It's an open door.
Need some kind of protection, though.
That's,
This is the first hour.
But since we don't have a topic, it all may be the third
That's
hour.
right.
I was thinking, Instead of taking the separating the children from their families, they should let the families keep the children, but as punishment, fill them full of coffee, give them free puppies. They'll be running home.
Kevin will be along in about 10 minutes, and he'll be joining us.
So about an hour?
Yeah. We'll have to eat.
Could be on
Play
plenty
with
time.
this.
Clean up the mess that something spilled, the cat spilled. Oh, yeah, as a punishment, they're giving teenagers. Ooh. Hey, Devno. Thanks for subscribing again, buddy. I don't know if you're in.
Oh,
if you have
awesome.
it set up to auto, but you're our favorite. That's all I got to say about that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's a good time. You know, I'm wondering one day when I do a really long... see that? Kevin heard you. he typed that I heard you, Andrea.
He didn't disagree. He didn't.
He just let you know he heard that.
It's funny because it's true.
Wait a
The
minute.
concur was implied.
Jules says, I got pulled over for driving while dinosaur. Just now? Like you're in the car listening to Talk at the Tavern and you got pulled over for driving while dinosaur? Or is this just like a story from the past? See, British timekeeping at its finest. Indeed. Indeed. Checking your pocket watch. Whisking back your mustache.
Mine?
No, yours is perfectly in place.
It should be.
Bloody hell. That's right.
Did we have a toast?
Yeah, we did it to
Audience,
the
but we could
listeners
do
to give us
another.
something. We could do
Okay.
another one.
I don't care.
It's not like we're going to get drunk from them tonight.
Nah, I don't think so. Well, I do have my Woodford Reserve sitting here.
You know what?
Just
Shut up,
in
okay?
case.
Just stop talking.
Oh, sorry.
I don't need that kind of shit from you.
Sorry.
You'll take it as it's given.
I'm hurt now. I'm a little sensitive.
Otter was staring at you.
You'll be fine.
What's wrong with you?
Toast.
Okay. What's your
okay.
toast?
With butter?
To life, to inebriation, illumination, intoxication, and hangovers. Cheers.
Cheers.
L'chaim. Aaron says, drunk from root beer? Nah, don't think it's possible. And then Bob says, Ed, us brothers do not drink tea.
Whatever.
Well, Ed is 0.04% white, so he can have some tea.
There you go.
Haven't you seen the
And
fucking
there it is.
camo? Hey, Devno, you are here. Toast to happiness, buddy.
Cheers.
There you go.
Cheers.
You doing okay, Devno? Everything going all right for you, man? Andrew, you can say whatever you're going to say while we're waiting for him to type.
Oh, what was I going to say?
You were going to say.
Hold on. I've got it. I read your mind. Give me a second.
My shoulder hurts.
That's it.
Oh my god, I think
You got it.
I'm falling apart.
Are you icing it or heating it?
I took ibuprofen and I sat down. That's it.
Tell her to get some heat on it. She did take a hot shower, which made it ease up for about an hour, but then it locked back down.
It's stress. Stupid stress and getting old.
Yeah.
Can't you just put a little hot heating pad on that sucker?
It's too hot for that.
Maybe put the heating pad on the shoulder and the ice pack on the head. Or lap, and then it'll cool you down.
Jewel says, earlier today I got pulled over. Had a stegosaurus in an open trailer. Cop pulled me over for not having a flag on its tail.
I don't know what to say about that.
There's something naughty in there somewhere. Oh, you know what? Aaron and Bob
Is
both
that-
have the same color text on my screen, so I'm getting the two confused.
Mine too.
So Aaron asked, how much ibuprofen did you take? And then I thought she also said, I can rub your shoulder. But that was Bob.
I took 2. That's it. Did she get the ticket that says why She got the ticket. Does it say failure to flag a dinosaur?
Is that a law?
I don't know.
Your
But I'm
daughter.
just thinking
Dinosaur,
if
no. When you're trailering something beyond a length where it's extended past the trailer, yeah, you'd have to have a flag.
Correct.
But it should say dinosaur on the ticket, just because that would be priceless.
Devnall
That would
says his
be
daughter is home from college and he's been busy. Sorry not to be around much. We're just glad to see you once in a while, man. Glad to have you drop in.
Yeah.
Wednesday,
Yeah.
we have one of the actors from Peter Jackson's The Hobbit on. So make sure you join us Wednesday afternoon at 3 in the afternoon Eastern Time. And then Daniel is talking about Thursday night show, Elizabeth massaging Andrea's shoulder.
You missed that show. That was VIP.
Even if I did see that show, man, I still miss it. Anything over 4 feet has to be flagged. Well, that
There you go.
explains Ed.
You should see the stack of tickets I have in the buffet behind me.
Why don't you just tie a kerchief around the end, man? What's wrong with you? He
What's
didn't
right?
What's Jill says he didn't
She
ticket
could
me because I could fix the problem. So there we go. Yeah.
Well, that's good you didn't get a ticket.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So funny.
And
You
this
didn't
is
flag
not-
her dinosaur.
Yeah, here you go. Kevin wants to know if he has to wear a flag.
How do you answer that?
You want to read that one out loud and then you could try to answer it?
No.
Very well, I'll read it.
All right.
So let it be read.
Andrea, well, Elizabeth isn't reading the screen. She's got to know what's going on. Bob says, Andrea, rub a cannoli on that shoulder. It helps. And then Daniel says, kerchief, more like a bed sheet. Right, Ed?
Well, see, I tried a bed sheet once, but it didn't work very well because it picked the damn car up off the ground, and then I had a sail.
Then you had the sale. Yeah. Okay.
When you put it like that, it makes me think you don't need to carry a jack in your car. You just have to be excited about changing a tire.
But that's the problem. I'm never excited about changing a tire.
Yeah, thus you need a jack in the car. Jack, go change the fucking tire. Car, yes, car. Do you think he just pogo sticks around town on his giant, huge penis? We should call it a penisaurus after he bounces on it.
Just make sure you flag it.
Okay, well, it's actually a pickup truck. I am a redneck, so it's a pickup truck. Sorry.
Hey, John, we're horrible, we're filthy, we're 3 hours of third hour because we're Seinfeld-ing it. So, welcome to the show. If customers are in the shop,
Turn down the volume.
Hey, John, I might have a proposition for you about a kid's book and needing an artist. What were you going to say, Ed?
Well, speaking of putting a flag on it, and since we're really talking about nothing or anything or whatever,
Everything.
Go on.
I'm sure some of you probably saw the post that I put up about Kim Kardashian and the corn rolls. And this damn appropriating black culture bullshit again. I'm so tired of this appropriating culture bullshit. Yeah, especially in this case, because I'm sure Kim Kardashian has black put in her on a regular basis.
Not ignoring your joke there, but I grew up going to black schools, and by the time I was in late middle school, early high school, as more white kids came in, you would see white boys and girls with cornrows.
Yeah.
Usually when we see them in movies, they're being mocked as being a wigger or whatever. But the bottom line is, wear your damn hair how you want to.
How you want it?
Next
thing you're going to know, they're going to be telling me I can't wear a kilt anymore.
Yeah. Ed, you got to quit shaving your head and get a fro, because that bald look, that is fat white men, not you, mister.
Ain't going to happen.
So exactly. And by the way, Aaron says, I love that. See, Aaron would have had a great time on the damn show. Bob, I think you would look beautiful in cornrows, but make sure you actually get them outside of what the clothes covers.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah.
That's so stupid. I mean, I
Okay.
can't even. I want to respond, but I'm going to deny it. That it
To the joke?
just to
That's horrible.
you can't do your hair because you're not okay. Race doesn't exist. Okay, this is a social construct. Okay, we are all people. We are all humankind. The idea that how much melanin you have in your skin denotes your fashion ability or what you can or can't do is ludicrous. It's
It's
preposterous.
crazy.
And I'm not going to respond anymore to such lunacy.
It's well, back a couple months ago, I started to put in history somewhere, current events, something, but we moved on. There was a girl that went to prom, and little white girl. Can I get in trouble for saying little white girl?
No, you could use the
I'm
W
offended.
word.
It's probably what I say to her. That's what I can get in trouble for.
Yes.
But anyway, she's going to prom. She picks out this traditional Chinese dress,
Oh, yeah.
and she posted her little prom picture on social media.
You're
Liberals lost their fucking mind because she was appropriating Chinese culture. I'm like, really?
And there was many
If-
Asians that replied to it supporting her, going, "You look beautiful. Thank you for representing," etc.
If we're supposed to be understanding one another and coming together and all this stupid happy-go-lucky bullshit, then let's dress the way one another dress and I just I have no more words.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But by the way, a few comments here. Aaron, glad you're still having fun. You'll have more fun later. Daniel, thank you for the bits. Appreciate that, buddy. And Robin
All
says,
right, Dan.
people just like to bitch about everything pops in their teeny tiny brains. Bob says, Elizabeth, I'd like to do your hair. I have some special cream. See, I feel dirty just reading it out loud to you. Hey, there's Kevin. And then Aaron says, they act like we can't be fans of another culture. Yeah, exactly. Kevin, how the hell are you, man?
I'm all right. Speaking of being a fan of another culture, here I am.
Hey,
Yeah. I'm fucked. It's
Well,
the succinct way of putting it tonight. I'm exhausted, knackered,
very
tired.
quickly here, though, Kevin, you're appropriating black culture, okay? You're on colored people's time. You're always fucking late. What's up with that?
Sorry about that, man. And I'm wearing a hoodie as well, Ed.
Great. If we can get you walk down a
You
middle-class
can't-
neighborhood road, you'd be in.
You can't see it because it's off camera, but I've got my scarf hung out of my back pocket with full works tonight.
With boogers all over it. Because he is so white. Oh, good times, good times.
Excuse me while I just finished my dinner.
Yeah, what do you What do you
I'm eating a pea, sage, and butternut squash risotto.
Fancy.
That's how I roll.
A pea sage sounds like a really old wise man with bladder issues.
So I should emphasise that there were indeed a number of Oxford commas in that sentence.
Because he grammar.
What about my grammar? She's done fuck all to you. Leave her out of this.
Did you say she's fucked all of us? Is that what you just said?
Possibly. She is from the Isle of Wight.
Is that what happened? Was I there?
Hey, it's been a festival weekend. What happens on the Isle of Wight stays on the Isle of Wight.
Cheers to that.
Nobody actually remembers that they slept with his granny anyway, because she roofies them all. I'm sorry, she pudding pops them all is what I meant to say.
Bro, hypno fairy cakes.
Yeah.
Bob says, see, we just have to start pre-approving Bob's messages. Ricotta is not a dude's meal unless it comes with a steak.
I don't even know why we bother reading Bob's comments out. Can't we just have like a list of pre-approved Bobness that we can just read a random one from every now and then?
That's a good idea.
Something, penis, something, Italian food, something, fake cultural appropriation of black people.
Very true. Kevin is here, I can close up some of these other windows. It's Oh, by the way, Toei, are you back yet? I want to do this if I may. I don't know if Toei is back, but whether she is or isn't, I want to thank. Let's see who's here. In the past week, if I'm not mistaken, Daniel, Dez, and Toei have all supported the Kickstarter. Now, I have a few other people, but I know those are the ones probably listening. So, it's Hey, where's Kennedy? Oh, share button. Below your screen, click share. Tell people not to come here. We're horrible.
I did that.
And Aaron says,
And Robin showed up.
"Oh my God, Aaron, don't open that can of worms, Aaron." Aaron asked Bob, "What would you put on Bob's comment list?"
Oh, shit.
Well, you brought this on yourself, Aaron. I just want you to know that. Okay, let me go share the show. Let's see. We'll start with Twitter.
Tune in soon for the first novel in a series of 7 of the Wise Sayings of Bob. Episode 1, The Cannoli Years.
That's a good idea.
What's a good
Tap,
idea?
tap, tap.
Bot.
I can make one.
There he goes.
I can make one. Okay. Let's just do this here. There we go. I just tweeted it. Let's slap that up on Facebook. I don't have to type because I can copy paste at this point in time. Good times, huh? So, Kevin, how's your past 7 days been, bud?
Not bad, mate. Yeah. The Isle of Wight Festival was this weekend.
So what's that?
So it's been so basically it's a music festival. The modern child of the famous 3 pop festivals that took place on the Isle of Wight in 68, 69 and 70.
Okay.
The last of which was regarded as probably one of the biggest gatherings of talent in the UK. You had headliners like The Who, Hendrix.
They were there.
The modern equivalent. No, yeah, they were all there, all in one big band. It's a retroactive
One
thing
big
on the
Bob,
Bob stage. It's a large-ish. It's around 100,000 people, give or take. And it's comes to the Isle of Wight every year now. John Giddings from Solo Promotions is the guy who revived it a few years back. It's been the modern incarnation of it has been running about a decade now. Do you know, I knew I wasn't going. I was going nowhere near it, so I paid no attention to the lineup this year at all. I know Van Morrison was there, Depeche Mode, The Killers played, but beyond that, I genuinely couldn't tell you who was on there. But he's normally got some pretty, or he has had in the past, some pretty big household names. Stones headline there one year.
Oh.
So yeah, it's quite popular. Draws a lot of tourism into the island, slows up all our public transport network, makes life absolutely impossible to live if you actually live here for a few days. But if you're just coming here to get shit-faced and bake your brain in the sun in the middle of a field, it's awesome. We have a lot of fields you can choose from.
With your 70-degree sweaty summer weather.
Hey, I'll have you know it's been proper hot today. It broke 80.
Really?
Oh.
That is actually pretty warm for you guys.
I see they're forecasting this next coming weekend is supposed to be the hot one. I define hot on the scale of British to American, but we're supposed to hit like 31, 32 this coming week. So.
Jeez, that's hot.
By the way, Jules says, Kev, did the royal family attend?
Not as far as I'm aware. The older members of the royal family certainly wouldn't. I think William and Harry have both been on previous years, but they tend to keep it very, very low key. It's not like you're going to see them wandering around in the crowd. So. They don't go out. They try and avoid going out in the sun altogether. To be honest, it burns gingers. So.
And other evil creatures of the night. So, did anybody want to read down the list of BobBot comments?
Oh.
Nope.
Not me.
Well, somebody's got to. I got my hands full.
I could just say
Yeah.
I'm not so it's okay. My blood pressure's fine.
Kevin, you
Yeah.
came in late. Start up
Yeah, I did.
with right after Aaron said, you said that it's all third hour. Now, did you have the chat up previously?
Briefly, but where are we? There we go. Bear with me a sec. Just scrolling back up. There we go. Bob's comment list. Just the thought of a Bob bot amuses me no end. I want to see if we can do this. Surely we wouldn't. We wouldn't need a large. We wouldn't need a large computing engine to make it work, would we?
Okay, so you see the first one?
Where are you? Where do you want me to start
Okay,
from?
You see where Aaron said, you said that it's all third hour. Do you see that?
Hang on, where is it? I did see it, and now I've lost it again.
Should only be about a
That's
dozen.
it. Oh, there we go.
Okay,
Yeah.
start with Bob's comments below that.
So Bob's opened with the classy Erin, what are you wearing? Presumably not you, Bob. He'd like to know, does Erin enjoy cannolis? She replies, hey, Bob, there's an amazing little Italian restaurant near where I live. I like those cannolis. Yeah, she likes those cannolis, Bob. Yours ain't getting a look in, son. And Andrea and Elizabeth, I just read on the www that bras cause high blood pressure. You need to stop wearing them now. Apparently.
But wait,
My
That's a
blood
bugger,
pressure's
Em.
fine, so
Bob,
I'm not
is that just for women? Because I'm confused. Should I take my bra off or not?
yeah, bra.
a
Bra.
bra.
Then, yeah, Lady Skipper asked about the royal family attending. Do they serve soft or stiff cannolis? Dear God, I hope they're not that stiff. If it doesn't break 45 degrees, it's not that hot yet. Okay,
See,
in that case,
and I
it's
got
been...
confused in here because we have this other stuff going on with Bob and Aaron, and I just see 45C, and I'm like, damn. Sorry.
To be honest, if Bob's cannoli can't break 45 degrees, Erin's not likely to be interested anyway.
Better.
Bob's pointed out, Andrea, possibly your bra is causing your shoulder pain.
There we go.
Not a bad idea.
I'm not wearing one, so no, it's not.
There you go.
I got my hands full needs to be a Bob bot comment. Yeah, I agree with you there.
Yeah, because he is 0.04% black. So
yeah, but that thought disturbs me because if Bob's hands are full, how is he typing?
Like this.
Now the other head.
Sorry, that's a bit noisy.
That's what she
Not
said.
everyone is like you, Ed. They can't type from across the room.
Or control the mouse with fine motor skills.
Christ, imagine if Ed did type like that, how big a keyboard would he need? Be the size of a fucking sofa.
Well,
It
now,
looks like a huge whack-a-mole
accuracy and precision. We don't forget that. And we're only imagining you're just the penis wouldn't be involved. You know, there's the ball sack. You know, and if he has mass control.
Welcome
See,
back,
you say it's about accuracy and precision. If I take 5 drawing pins and stick them in a line immediately adjacent to each other and then try and hammer the middle one in with a lump hammer, it's not about power and accuracy. All 5 of those fuckers are going in. Care how accurate I am with it.
I have a delicate touch.
I have this weird vision now of Ed in my head just swinging his cock around like Thor's hammer.
See, I'm imagining it being like prehensile, like, just the tip can split.
Well, he's like
into
hung
different
from the
keys and
decking
stuff.
with it. Surprise!
Welcome back,
You thought that was
Joey.
a rope.
But aggressive.
You thought that was a rope he was rappelling from the helicopter on, huh?
And Toey, just so you know what you missed, we did thank you for supporting the Kickstarter. That's all you missed.
Yeah,
And the Bob Bomb.
and some penis jokes. Yeah.
Some.
So,
all the penis.
normal stuff, you know.
So you didn't miss much.
The usual.
Replay last week's
Tiny.
episode.
See about for details.
It's like Kevin is the worst ninja ever.
It's almost.
It is 10 or 5 minutes. Oh,
I need to make new signs.
You need to make nude signs, did you just say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cannoli.
I can show you some of the signs from our game weekend.
Oh yeah, well, were you guys playing D&D?
Yeah, we played D&D.
Oh.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
I saw you post, but do you know what? I can't even remember how many fucking years it is since I had a good game of D&D now. Too long. Far too long.
We're on Skype.
It's the time thing, isn't it? You know, it's probably the same reason I've not done it with people I know, no offence to you guys, much closer to me physically in terms of having a game. You know, it'd be a lot easier to organise, and I've not done it. It's just,
Time.
it's one of those things. And I've never particularly enjoyed having to like if there's a bunch of my friends who do it bi-weekly, and I'm like, that would kill me. Like playing for a bit and then having to wait another 13 days before I can progress with the story. I'd rather hang out for an entire day and, you know, just play all day kind of thing. But
Yeah, this whole playing for 4 hours is like, I'm like, oh, this is not how it's supposed to be done. And then 2 weeks later, play again. You're killing me. By the way, you want to hear some
Well,
of the quotes
our
from the game?
superheroes every Saturday.
That's true. That's true.
Saturday's been a really good day for me in terms of getting time off work, what with running a bar and everything.
Nice. Okay, you ready for some quotes from the game? This is our D&D
Yes.
game. Okay. The captain makes strangers pee a little in terror. That's one quote.
Who's Tara?
Terror or not terror?
I'll send you some links later, Ed.
He bangs the coconut. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
This is what everybody missed. She grabbed her coconuts.
Mm.
The gnome loves his hand.
That should be a Bob Bot saying.
And the last one I have is he chewed on his coconut and was slightly moist.
Okay.
Filbert.
Yeah.
But I
Okay.
put a link to my channel. Go follow everybody.
I've got that one. Yeah, I think you've seen it before, Travis, that I post every now and then when it's a D&D themed thread somewhere. That says, once we reached the demon, the wizard of the party attempted to use polymorph to shrink himself and swim up the demon's urethra like a kangaroo fish.
I don't know if I recall that one. I might have seen it, but
Oh,
I
well,
don't recall it.
allow me to share it with you later.
Why don't you tell me about it?
I just did.
I know. And Aaron says, sucks if you're the DM. Oh, wait, there's more to that. Sucks if you're the DM, too. You can't remember where you were in the story. You know, I don't think that's the DM. I think that's just Daniel's at that age now, but we don't talk about it in front of him. Bob says, I need the ladies to say cannolis 5 times slowly to get my one hand back on the keyboard. Which hand? And I know he said he could take care of business with one hand because he's only 0.04% black. So I'm curious, is it the hand he's jerking off with or the hand he's not? Which one needs to get back on the keyboard?
Get used to disappointment.
I'm still waiting for an answer about whether I should take my bra off or not.
He types slowly.
My health is at risk here, Bob. I need advice. You can't just throw that at a man and then
Don't leave him hanging.
don't leave him hanging, Bob.
Okay, we're about to go and take a
right.
whistle break here. So let's set this up and we'll come back with a little too much tea there, Ed. If you guys want to name a couple of characters for me, I have some doctors and neighbors of crime victims who need to be named. We're gonna name them Bob. You know that, right?
And Ed, while you're making use of the refreshment break, Ed, just remember it's not about power; it's about accuracy.
That's very true.
I'm going to kill two birds with one stone. It's the best thing about living in the country. You can go out on the deck, have a cigarette, and take a piss at the same time.
Oh man,
True story.
I can do that here, but Mrs. Jenkins at number 9 gets the binoculars out and is off-putting.
And she's right next door.
That's why she still needs the binoculars.
Okay, we're taking a break. Everybody mute. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
the Tavern. Here you're always welcome.
Good morning, Talk of the Tavern. It's 6 a.m. from Mineral Wells, and I'm hoping you're getting toasted. 'Cause I'm not.
Hi guys, this is Angela Pritchett of Angela Plays Ukulele on YouTube, and you're watching Talk of the Tavern.
Hey, it's Elizabeth from New York, and we're getting toasted on Talk of the Tavern. Yeah!
Hi, this is Syrinx.
This is Wednesday.
This is Morning. And we're Charming Underclothes. And we're getting toasted on
Talk of the Tavern.
So we have to say this is Birdie, Ayla, Dolly, and Dave Lee, and we are here getting toasted on Talk of the Tavern.
Talk of the Tavern?
Travis asked me if I did this.
Oh.
And
Hi Travis. Hi Andrea. Miss you.
we're really getting toasted.
This is Morven Moeller of Dream Punk Press coming at you from the Strollin' Colon. Hoping you're getting toasted at Talk of the Tavern.
Oh, hey, I'm Joe.
And I'm Nick from Instant Replay Live.
And you're watching Talk of the Tavern.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Richie Munster, and we're getting toasted at... Excellent, you made a man with a very curly mustache very happy. I appreciate that.
Hi, I'm Captain Felina.
I'm Chief Strange.
Of Feline and Strange.
Feline and Strange!
Thanks, Chief. And we're getting toasted at... Talk of the Tavern!
This is Jenny from Sweden, and we've been enjoying a lovely weekend at the Cogs Expo, and we're getting toasted at Talk of the Tavern!
This is Joe Kennedy, also known as Bruffhead, and I'm being toasted on Talk of the Tavern at my favorite intersection in New York City, where Broad meets Beaver.
Hello, it's Morven Moeller of Dream Punk Press coming at you from Quixotic Arts in Norfolk, Virginia. Hoping you're getting toasted at Talk of the Tavern.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth.
I'm Ariella.
I'm Bristol.
I'm Don.
And we're at the Queen's Pride Parade, and we're getting toasted on Talk of the Tavern. Woo!
Hi, I'm Matricula, the Nerd Campfire Music Clown, and you're watching Talk of the Tavern.
Hi there. This is author R.S. Belcher. I'm not wearing any pants. And you are watching Talk of the Tavern.
Hello, friends! You are now watching Talk of the Tavern. Monsieur Scufflemoss, enjoy.
Hey everybody, this is Talkin' Toey, and when I'm not saving the farm from aliens, I'm getting toasted on Talk of the Tavern.
Hi, I'm Jack Berberette with the Dots RPG Project, and you're watching Talk of the Tavern.
And you're watching Talk of the Tavern.
We are Nightwatch Paradox, and we are being toasted on... The Talk of the Tavern!
Hey there, this is Ray Dafrico, rock and roll Ray Dafrico of the Night Porters and Ray City Rollers and Kathleen Turner Overdrive and a lot of other bands. Sitting here watching Talk of the Tavern.
I'm sure he thinks you should be getting toasted at Talk of the Tavern, too.
The lights of the big city, so beautiful, so amazing. Hey, it's Pickle Lady from New York. Hey, baby. I don't know the son of a bitch.
Oh, hi. I'm Rich Sigfret, also known as Podcasting's Rich Sigfret, also known as Richie Munster, also known as the Defendant. But you are listening to Talk of the Tavern. You know, I've been on the show and it was a delight. Are you watching? You should be. You're watching right now. So go subscribe. What the hell is wrong with you? I don't...
This week in history.
Hey, Ed, what happened happened this week in history? You're muted. Try it again. Take 2.
Shit happened, y'all. June 25th, 1950. The Korean War begins. North Korean forces smash into South Korea, attacking a body of South Korean troops and a small contingency of U.S. troops stationed there. The United States moved quickly, pushing a resolution through the UN Security Council to assist South Korea. Timing was everything. They were slick on this one. Go ahead.
So what were they? What was the purpose? Did they just want to take over South Korea and unite the two countries into one again?
Yes, basically. Following World War II, it was kind of like the same thing that happened with East and West Germany. Japanese forces surrendered to the United States in the southern part of Korea, and then they surrendered to Soviet forces in the northern part of Korea, and they both set up their own little puppet governments and so forth and so on, and the country divided. Yeah.
By you mean they both? Do you mean U.S. set up puppet governments there for both of them?
Basically. Yeah. That's just my opinion. So, but timing was everything on this because the Soviet Union delegate was not present in the UN Security Council. So they pushed that fucking resolution right on through with no veto. And we had a 3-year war. 55,000 Americans lost their lives. It ended with a ceasefire agreement in 1953. However, the state of war remained until just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, well, we'll see if that sticks or not. And if it does, excellent. I mean, yeah, if it sticks, excellent.
I think it'll stick. They're broke. They're just so fucking broke. I think it'll stick.
You know what? I know that people say war makes money. Short wars make money.
Yeah.
Long wars turns a country into a third world country and destitute and half their population dead.
War makes money, but not for the two sides fighting it.
Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
War is good for business. Peace is good for business. I got that book.
It's a
He sells, but who's buying?
Okay, what else we got?
The rest is just entertainment news. 25 years ago, What's Love Got to Do with It, starring the lovely Angela Bassett. Damn, she is hot. Still hot.
I don't know if I've ever seen it.
And the incredible, beautiful Tina Turner. As the incredibly beautiful Tina Turner. Sorry about that.
Right.
Yeah. 25 years ago, White Chicks premiered, starring Arlen and Sean Wayans.
Andrea
and
loved that
they
movie.
played White Chicks.
That's offensive. Hold on, I'm triggered. Give me a second.
Oh.
Yeah, damn it. Appropriate in our culture.
That's right. Why you gotta have no rhythm all of a sudden? What the fuck?
24 years ago, The Lion King premiered, and I understand there's a new one coming out next year that's kind of like
The live action.
The live action, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. 34 years ago, Wax On, Wax Off, The Karate Kid was released.
How many years ago?
34 years ago.
It's about the same time that I started whacking on and whacking off.
Yeah. Isn't there like a TV series or something? Karate?
Yes.
Netflix or something? Amazon, Netflix?
It's from the other point of view. From the kid he beat in Karate Kid 1, he's an adult, a loser, and he basically sees some kids getting bullied and decides to take him under his wing and teach him to kick ass. And Ralph Macchio's character is in it going, oh no, he's still a douche and a dickbag, and I'm not going to let him create bullies in my town. And he's actually he saw some kids getting their ass kicked, and he went, no, you will not take that anymore. Come here, I'm going to show you how to stand up for yourself. So it's got an interesting dichotomy from what I hear. I think Ian watched it, and I read his feedback on it, and I was pretty pleased.
I've seen some good comments about it. I've not watched it, but yeah, a couple of mates of mine have watched it and said they really enjoyed it.
Okay.
So yeah, give it a shot.
What is it on? Netflix, Amazon? What's it on?
I think it's on, I believe Netflix, isn't it?
Netflix. Okay.
I think Hulu.
All right. Hulu.
It's either Hulu or
it.
Amazon. Hey, John, you said you've seen it then. Was it on Amazon?
Thought it was
Prime?
YouTube.
Might be YouTube.
Thought it was
I think
YouTube
you're right,
Red.
Elizabeth. Somebody tell us. Somebody Google.
Put us out of our misery.
Yeah.
I'm working on the Google.
And it's
Working on it.
I think it's called Cobra Kai, actually. There you go.
Yeah.
YouTube says John.
Okay. YouTube. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey
30
Google.
My phone will hear us.
30 years ago, I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way. Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Great movie. As a kid or an adult.
I've seen a lot of photos from different cosplay events and everything. Jessica Rabbit seems to be quite popular as a cosplay. Yeah.
I should cosplay.
Can't imagine why.
There you go.
Yeah, I should just get some red overalls and some crappy bunny ears and just comb this straight out so it's like whiskers and then walk around going, please, Eddie.
And saving the best for last. 38 years ago, The Blues Brothers was released.
Oh my god, yeah. Tying into, sadly, Matt Murphy's death last week.
Matt Murphy's death last week. Yeah.
That, above all other films, I think, is the one that got the best reaction out of my kids when we went through a phase of start showing us some of these old ass movies you talk about all the time, Dad. We went through a whole phase of they watched films like the mum got involved as well, so horrendously for Josh, bless him. They sat through things like Flashdance, but they watched stuff like the Breakfast Club, that kind of thing.
Okay, yeah.
Just movies that Em and I both like harken back to our childhoods, and we're like, oh yeah, God, we remember watching that over and over till the VHS cassette rang out. You know, they cue the conversation with the kids about what the fuck a VHS cassette was.
Yeah, it's. See, with my son, he didn't ask. He's like, yeah, I gotta sit here and watch this with you, huh? And I'm like, that's right, you do. Sit down. So.
Yeah, I don't get so much of a look in with my taste in movies. It's strange that I'm still yet to convince my 16-year-old daughter that 4 hours and 13 minutes is well worth an investment of her time to watch the Redux Director's Cut version of Apocalypse Now. But my boy sat through it though. Good man.
Okay, current events. This actually happened in February, but I just saw it a couple days ago, so I figured we'll talk about it. Hey, during a farm's amnesty day in Somerset, Britain, a man turned in a prop submachine gun that had been used by Clint Eastwood in the movie Where Eagles Dare. It's a World War II movie. The unknown man told the authorities that the gun had been used in the movie, and then he was gone. So they took it, did a little research, and sure enough, it had been used in the movie, and it's now on display in the Royal Armouries Museum.
Nice.
So here's what I couldn't find. Kevin, you've heard of these amnesty days? Yes?
Yeah.
No? Is there money, or you just come in and turn in the gun? And okay.
They do them every now and then, almost on a yearly basis, for things like knives and stuff, and occasionally for guns. But the big gun amnesty was when they changed the gun ownership laws in this country, and the ownership of a lot of guns became illegal. And a lot of police stations for some while literally had like a firearms bin. You just rocked up, walked into the lobby of your police station, chucked your gun in the bin. There goes another one for the collection, kind of thing. No questions asked, no names taken, kind of thing.
No,
it's just a way of relieving you. If you've got,
you're gone.
Well, I mean, if you own a gun you shouldn't have and you chuck it away and you've not wiped it down properly for prints and they then find it, then you're going to get prosecuted and you're going to end up with a fine or court. So, you know, if you can go into a police station and just hand it in and go, look, I shouldn't have this. That's the way they do it. It takes quite a lot of weapons off the street. It's surprising, actually. I always think, surely if you've kept it hidden all this time, what, and the police just go, can we have that? And you go, yeah, go on then.
But go ahead, Kevin. Sorry.
I was just going to say they do. They recover a surprising amount of weapons when they do one of these amnesty drives. Yeah.
A lot of cities here in the United States have a similar thing, but they pay like $200 per firearm that you turn in or whatever.
Oh no, yeah, they don't give us fuck all.
I've seen pictures from them, and it's like, you actually paid $200 for that piece of crap?
No, we just get allowed to go on our merry way without being imprisoned at Her Majesty's pleasure.
Anybody
God
else?
bless her, Madge.
Before I move on to what the fuck news, anybody else got any more current events?
Possibly, but I think maybe it will cover it with deaths.
Okay, yeah, we will. All right, what the fuck news? And wow. Charleston, South Carolina apologizes for its role in the slave trade. I don't know what's dumber. Is it Charleston apologizing, or people feeling like this is some kind of victory, or this was doing the right thing, or something because Charleston apologized? Because there's nobody alive today to apologize to. No slaves, no slave traders.
That's a bit like Britain announcing tomorrow that we're going to issue a formal apology that we're ever so slightly sorry about the Commonwealth. Sorry about the mass oppression of half the nations on Earth. It's a bit of an oversight on our part. We were having a bad weekend. There was a lot of stress. We're officially sorry.
Andrea has some related news.
Well, they're gone. Who are you apologizing to? Are you apologizing to me as their ancestor? Because that's a crock of shit too. Because the bottom line is, it was an evil, but it was a necessary evil in order for me to be sitting here today. Through my blood is English, Scottish, Native American, as well as Western African. If there hadn't been a slave trade, I wouldn't be here. It's just a thing that happened in history. People get the fuck over that shit and move on.
Ed couldn't walk into a social situation and say, "Where's the white women?"
No, this is true. This is true.
He'd be like,
because they'd be presumably because they'd be in the front of the bus.
Of course, you accept their apology, Bob. Thank you.
Andrea, do you want to tell them about the related
Or under
news?
it.
Yeah, Laura Ingalls Wilder's name. Okay. Her name was pulled from the Library Award over stereotypical attitudes in her popular books. Little House on the Prairie. They took her name off of the award because of Little House on the Prairie. And the award was given, I believe, in 1954.
1954.
Why are you doing that?
Because she talked bad about black people in the book. Well, white people talk bad about black people in 1954.
Well, that's when the award. When were the books written? Weren't they written like turn of the last century? I know they were set in the 1880s, 1860s.
They were written in 1880s, but it was written in 1954, I believe.
Yeah, the mid 20th century.
Yeah.
Okay. And by the way, they're also looking at changing Jefferson Davis Highway's name in Alexandria, Virginia.
The fuck? Just
like anybody besides a small percentage of the population remembers who Jefferson Davis is, besides, Clinton getting blown.
I have some really sad news.
Hold on, let me read
Go ahead.
the comment and then give that. Toey says, if I could 3D print guns, can I turn them in to cops for money? Sounds like a great part-time deal. She also says, Charleston, South Carolina should apologize for their high hotel rates and limited parking if they want to be relevant to people today. Aaron says, why people are mad about this stupid crap that happened long before they were born, I'll never understand. And Ed, Bob accepts.
See, you don't see me going around being all bitter about America.
No, just the French.
Well, of course the French. Of course. Of course, fucking of course. It's the French. Apologies if you're French and you're listening. It's not your fault you're a cunt.
We don't live as close as they do to the French.
No, I live close enough. I can almost spit on them. Trust me, I've tried.
Close enough for delivery.
You need to build a wall.
I just need a stronger prevailing wind, Ed.
And Toey, by the way, if you can 3D print a gun, you can 3D print a serial number into it. They'll just have to realize that every time you turn it in, it's the same one.
A wall worked for the Romans, keeping the Scots at bay.
It sure did.
Did it?
So did the Mediterranean.
For a while.
Yes,
this
Andrew.
is just, I saw this article. I don't know if y'all saw it. I put it in the thing. It's really sad. 9,000 barrels of bourbon fall in a Kentucky distillery when the building collapses.
I started crying, but I realized it wasn't Woodford Reserve, so I was like, I'm good.
I'm actually curious. which one it is, because they don't tell you. I know we're looking at a bourbon whiskey. What are we looking at?
They don't tell you shit, but the building collapsed 9,000 barrels of whiskey.
They've probably kept the name suppressed, haven't they, in case it's bad press for whichever company or whatever.
But that's still only a third of what that building normally would have in it. And it doesn't mean they all broke. It just means they fell. Quite a few of them might have survived.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, because the picture, I don't... Let's see.
Give it a second to air.
Yeah.
It looks like it's only the middle of the building.
Yeah.
My grandfather died in a vat of whiskey.
Good for him.
His friends tried to save him, but he fought them off valiantly 3 times.
It's and they also tested the local water supply, the stream or river or whatever, make sure it wasn't contaminated with too much whiskey, killing things.
Can you imagine? It's your first day at work. Okay, what do you have to do? Well, you've got 9,000 barrels to go pick up.
You know what, Andrea? Stop.
Yeah. So, that is the new boy job, isn't it? Send him to tidy the storeroom.
Yeah. You do this today, you're hired. Oh my god.
Oh wait, what? All those barrels down. It's like Donkey Kong got drunk. Nice. Johnny Jump Up. There we go. Yeah, it could be Johnny Jump Up.
We got a new waiter at work, and the chef had him in the dry store for an hour today, looking for a carton of plain sauce. Kept sending him back. No, I know it's there. Bottom shelf, left-hand corner.
Daniel says, I found a suitcase full of kids' books from around 1915, and several were about your people and horribly offensive to those kind of people. It's history. And
it's history. The important thing is not to repeat it.
Yeah. Bleaching history does not make it A, not have happened.
Right.
B, doesn't educate you to stay away from that shit and don't touch it again. And, okay, what other news we have?
I didn't actually have this down, but since the show it's about anything, the Star Wars standalone. Apparently, since Solo, Disney was thinking, we might not do any more standalone movies. And then apparently that wasn't actually true, because they don't really have any more standalone movies on the books. They were just saying, we're going to rethink how we do standalone movies. But, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Ed, I don't think you were on. I think I only spoke to Elizabeth. But even if you were on when we spoke about this, the rest can respond to it now. I have figured out why we're not enjoying the new trilogy, the 2 out of 3, as well as we did 4, 5, and 6.
Okay.
The characters are not flawed. They're all nice people working together with no personal downfalls. Solo, bit of a scumbag, bit of a scoundrel. Luke, always unhappy with something, never satisfied. Leia, bit of a bully. And definitely a strong personality that would bulldoze over other people. 3PO, complainer, whiner, always giving annoying information nobody wants. What's the new people have? Rey, Finn, and all these. What things do they have that make them human and normal and flawed? Finn's the only one. He's a coward who wants to get away. The rest of them are perfect. Poe, Rey, they have no flaws.
A drop of golden sun.
Friend of mine I'm curious. I don't know if anybody knows the band Metallica very well, but a friend of mine used an interesting phrase. We had this conversation the other day after our Star Wars show, because he happened to comment to me, "Oh man, I saw you guys were talking about Star Wars. Gutted, I missed the show. What did you guys talk about?" So I was just recapping a few bits we chatted about. And I said to him that we discussed, the old movies versus the new, why the different reaction and that. And he went, it's because Star Wars suffers from the Metallica syndrome. And we discussed this, and the more he explained it, the more it made sense to me now. If anyone knows the band, and I've been a lifelong fan, their first few albums, literally brutal 80s Bay Area thrash, very fast-paced, nothing held back, it's very raw, it's very visceral. From the Black Album onwards, they changed. They became a bit more melodic, There was more thought went into the songwriting, and that kind of vein developed more and more as Metallica aged as a band. Right. And you get purist Metallica fans who love the band up to the Black Album. And then as far as they're concerned, the band are dead to them from that album onwards, because they moved away from the sound they fell in love with, which is this, you know, the Bay Area thrash. But at the end of the day, 40 odd years on, or whatever we nearly are now, it's you know, Metallica is still going. They're still recording albums. They're still garnering not only new fans, but continuing to thrill old fans like me who accept that. You can't expect these guys now at the age they are to still be playing super fast Bay Area thrash, especially when A, that kind of metal is no longer in vogue at the moment, but B, that's not who they are as people anymore. They're not angry, you know, they're not these angry 20-something guys they were when they formed the band and got famous with something to prove to the world. They're millionaires. You know, they're going home to their big-ass houses at the end of the tour, to their wives and their families and everything else. You know, they're not coming from that same kind of background anymore, so you can't expect the band to be the same. And this is what's happened with Star Wars. The old movies are the first Metallica albums. They're what defined who they were. Right. And now that the newer material has expanded, grown, moved away from that central core theme, hardcore fans slate it because it's not what I grew to love, man. It's not the Metallica I know and love. Well, yes, it is, you dickhead. It's the same guys. Okay, the bass has changed.
I still think if the characters were flawed.
Yeah, people. You know, I'd never thought about that, but I think you've got a good point there. That, especially some of the characters. Yeah, it's almost like they're not superficial, but like they lack in anything that really makes you want to love the character.
Yeah, we love.
They just are
people. By the way, Aaron said even Kai is annoying. Kai seems like Cam Newton whining after a game he lost. I don't know who you mean by Kai. I don't know if that's something from Solo that I haven't seen.
Kylo Ren?
Well, it's not Kylo. It's Kai. Oh. Anybody know who that is?
I can't keep all the names straight.
Oh, it is Kylo Ren. You just spelled it. Okay. No, Kylo is annoying, and he's moody and bratty, and he's actually one of the biggest flawed ones. But
I don't like him.
I tell you what, nobody gets endeared to somebody because they're moody and whiny. Ever. This is, we still complain about Luke in the original trilogy for that exact problem. Harry Potter, Anakin Skywalker, and even Frodo a little bit at the turn of the millennium were the young male role models, and they were annoying because they wouldn't quit boo-hooing. Let's see, how does his head fit in that helmet? Yes, Ed, did you raise your hand?
Yeah, I did. But are you through?
I'm through. Go.
Okay, I was just going to go back a little bit because Daniel posted something that Twitch probably is not going to allow us to post. That's why you haven't seen it yet, Daniel. I have no clue. But anyway, and he just named a couple of books that people lose their damn mind over today. And a similar thing happened a couple of years ago. I couldn't believe this. People were going off because Texas Department of Corrections moved all the books from their shelves in libraries in their prison system that contained that word that people get so
the
damn.
N-word.
Yeah. I won't say the N-word because I think that's just ignorant. Everybody knows what the damn word is. But anyway, they removed all the books from their library. Then people lost their mind. Then people lost their damn mind because they found out that one of the books that they removed from the library was all the books written by Langston Hughes, who is a black author, by the way, that used that word predominantly in his books. And they flipped the switch. They tried to say, Texas Department of Corrections removed all Langston Hughes books from their library. What racist they are. And it's like, they removed them because you bitch so much about that fucking word.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, I myself.
And this is in prison.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys
they don't.
Go ahead, Andrea.
They shouldn't be allowed to say anything.
No, nothing.
Well, it probably wasn't the people in the prison that bitched. It was probably the people outside of the prison who heard about it, who later went, you know.
Yeah, it was outside the prison, yeah.
It's, again, when they took, and changed Mark Twain's writings. This was the language of the era. That was the slang of the era, etc. Yes, Dan, we all would like some burgers. Are you going to In-N-Out? Because I haven't tried one. I would like to.
Oh, they're good.
It's the fries.
It's the fries?
It's
I
the
told him
fries.
drop them by.
Yeah.
I don't need a burger. I've just eaten dinner, although it's kind of you to offer. But in about 5 minutes, I might need a large shake.
Why, are you going to the bathroom?
Well,
Yeah, too much coffee. Yeah.
You will need a large shake, won't you?
John says, yeah, world peace. How about the end of stupidity and all that crap? Get the animal-style
Like,
bacon burger.
Can we go for world peace? It's more achievable.
Good point.
Probably.
Maybe we would be better off if the AI just took over and went, yeah, the only solution is kill people.
Well, I think the true battle is the fight of the politics, the battle over the stupid, because there are more stupid people than there are people, intelligent people, or people worthy, not worthy, but people who can think.
Right.
And right now they're winning. And they're controlling the stupid people. And I use the example, I'm sorry, Kevin, I use the example of the excitement on Facebook when people, spoke of this the other night, what's the new thing they're going to get worked up about? And then they'll get worked up and they change their profiles and they maybe they protest this or that for a week or so. And then it's on to the next flag that's waved in front of their face.
It's cute that
Battle
you
for-
they get excited about as opposed to using stronger words for that.
They do get excited about it. They're addicted to being offended. They're addicted to it.
You're correct.
Because it's really fake. It's very self-gratifying. Oh, aren't I just wonderful? Look how much I care.
Soon they'll make a pill for that.
Yeah.
Kevin.
I was just going to say, I don't think it's stupid. I'm assuming it's probably the same there as it is in the UK. Certainly is here. It's not stupidity we're at war against at the moment. It's apathy.
Apathy and stupidity are a dangerous
I
combination.
think they work well together.
I don't mind
Play off
that.
of each other.
If you're stupid and apathetic, you don't give a fuck enough to get off your couch and go and be stupid in other people's way. It's if you're smart and apathetic, that's the problem.
See, I think with the apathy, that's why they shift causes every week. Because they don't actually care about the cause. It's the apathy that's like, oh, what's the next big thing that gets me attention? As opposed to them actually giving
I could announce tomorrow to everybody that knows me that for the last 15 years, every year on an annual basis, I donate money to the British charity, the National Society for Deaf Children. No one's going to give me kudos for that. No one gives a fuck because deaf kids have been around for ages. But if I announce tomorrow I'm giving to Syrian refugees in Calais or something like that, people will be, oh, there's a man who's taking some social action in today's society. You know, very well done by the way, Travis. So, yeah.
True.
crap puns. Pay it forward. And by the way, thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Bob. Appreciate those bits, but
Yeah, guys. Appreciate it.
were we even up to birthdays yet?
No, dead people.
Dead people first.
Yeah, June 2nd. Vinny, not the 2nd.
You're on last week's 3 weeks ago.
It must be 22nd. Vinny Paul, drummer and founding member of the group Pantera, passed away. 54 years old, out of a heart attack.
Jeez, that's young.
Rest in peace, man.
AKA
with his brother, finally.
Yeah.
No, he had a massive heart attack in his sleep. He was not the skinniest of blokes, Vinnie Paul. Nor was Dimebag his brother either. They were both big chaps. You know, that was very British of me. They were both big chaps.
Carry on.
To translate to the American audience, I mean they were large gentlemen, not that they wore extravagantly sized arseless leather trousers.
Well, but we judge not.
But they were in Pantera. Nothing could go with it. It would surprise me there, but yeah, it's a shame, man. Both the brothers, you know, as Pantera, and then later with their other bands, you know, Hell Yeah and stuff. They brought some amazing hard rock and heavy metal music. You know, they formed one of those bands that was literally genre defining.
Yep.
Oof. Oh, who else died?
That's all I have for dead people. I got birthdays. Anybody else got dead people? I got birthdays.
Erin has birthdays.
Yes,
by
she
the way,
does.
Erin also says, "Great. Now we think of the huge men in ill-fitting chaps."
Yeah, I apologise. On the bright side, you've never seen my home family photo album, so.
Erin had a birthday shout out to her friend Abby.
Abby!
It's her birthday today. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
June 25th, 1903. Writer George Orwell. Had to put him on there. June 26, 1970. Actor Chris O'Donnell.
Hey, can I interrupt real quick?
Interrupt me.
So you said George Orwell. It made me think of George Orwell, and that led me to Oral Roberts. Do you think anybody called him Oral Bob?
I have to say, 1984, one of my favorite books. One of them.
Oral Bob. I don't know.
I got a birthday in 4 days that we shouldn't forget to mention tonight, although we can mention it again next week.
Who's that?
Greg Chapman.
Oh, yeah, and he's getting married like this weekend, isn't he?
Yeah, he just got married.
Was it last weekend he got married? Yesterday?
This weekend that just happened. I saw it on.
See, I guess this is why I should go on Facebook once in a while instead of avoiding it like the fucking.
Yeah, Greg's birthday's the 30th. So. Happy birthday, Greg.
Hey, congratulations, you and Flick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and some wedding thing as well. Well done.
It's And by the way, who was it that I was talking to? There was another streamer, Courtroom, who was playing like a Jurassic Park game, and he's like, "Oh, there's dinosaur bones in Isle of Wight," and I'm like, "Oh, I know this." Thanks to Greg.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah,
shitloads of them. We're one of the best sites in Europe for them.
Yeah, you are.
Genuinely, my friend Glenn makes a mint every year out of it. He likes to go out at stupid o'clock in the morning. He's the kind of guy who'll clamber down a cliff face to an abandoned beach at 5 o'clock in the morning. But he makes a fortune every year out of the fossils he recovers. Ammonites, trilobites, stuff like that. Yeah. Digs them out of the rock, cleans them up. There's a couple of spots on the southern coast of the island where we've got quite a bit of tidal activity and winds and very soft cliffs. So there's constantly stuff either being washed up or unearthed.
Wow.
Hey, Daniel,
well, I know Flick is a paleontologist.
She is.
Daniel says the old man from Pawn Stars died today, whoever that is.
It's a reality show.
Yeah. The old boy from the family, yeah.
June 27th, 1872, Black American poet Paul Laurence Dunbar.
Dunbar.
June 27th, 1966, writer, director, producer J.J. Abrams.
You know what, Elizabeth? You can't correct him. That's appropriating his culture.
Yeah.
That's a reference to Dances with Wolves.
I got it.
Yeah.
Dumb Bear.
No, not Dumb Bear. Dunbar. Dumb Bear.
So, J.J. Abrams?
Yeah, J.J. Abrams. June 28th,
1926.
Actor, director Mel Brooks.
I like his work too.
I love his work.
This guy we need to get on the show.
Mel?
No, the next guy. June 30th, 1966, because I want to know, I got to know, why the fuck did you bite that ear off? Mike Tyson.
Oh my God.
Why? Why did you bite that fucking ear off, Mike? I want to know.
Very hungry.
It tasted good.
It seemed like a good idea.
So you've never been so angry that you just wanted to grab somebody's face and take a bite out of it?
No.
I have.
Diseased, man. Shit.
Jeez, dude. I didn't mean to drink that beer.
He hasn't done it.
Sober, motherfucker. No, I haven't done it because disease and also, oh God, imagine that. No.
I suppose if I was pushed and the situation was desperate, but never as a matter of choice, I'd rather stay a couple of paces away where I can beat the fuck out of you with my hands.
Yeah, if it was either me or him. Yeah, I'm gonna whatever's closest.
So I cheat. I've got the advantage of a massively long reach.
Imagine what kind of terror somebody would be every time you got angry, if at some point in time you had grabbed their head and taken a bite out of anywhere off their head, forevermore they would.
Have you read Elizabeth's shirt?
By the way, I
Feed
wore
zombies.
this for forensics. I was going to go old school forensic like Batman.
I just have to fall out.
Oh, well, if it's show and tell, I've gone Misfits route tonight.
Nice.
Show us your chest, Elizabeth.
Can you see it? I'm kind of stuck in the chair.
Please do not feed the zombies in case anybody can't read it.
Or as Bob would say, just take off the shirt and hold it to the camera.
There you go.
You're welcome, Bob.
Check out it. Misfits. Japanese Misfits tribute band. Misfits. Japanese Misfits tribute band.
I remember Misfits of Science. It was like the lamest version of X-Men ever.
Oh, I thought that one was kind of fun.
It was kind of fun. Doesn't mean it wasn't lame. Oh, you know what? Misfits of Science was fun. It was the one they did after that was actually supposed to be X-Men, but they couldn't get the rights. That one was lame. Aaron says, if you want to get forensic about it, it's a creepy desire to own and consume. Thank you, Jeffrey Dahmer. See, that could be what stops me also, because I neither want to own nor consume another motherfucking person. I want them to leave and go away and not bother me anymore.
Yeah, but Dahmer also had sex with the severed heads.
Well, I mean, I do that, but I wouldn't want to keep
And then they proved, this was one of my teachers, proved he was crazy. Wasn't crazy. Proved that Dahmer wasn't crazy because he used a condom when he had sex with the severed heads. So he knew what he was doing, and he knew he could have got a
oral
disease.
sex or just like the neck hole?
I'm not sure. I wasn't in the courtroom.
I'm curious.
I'm sure.
Were they refrigerated or were they room temperature?
Refrigerated.
Refrigerated to the moment of the act, then briefly microwaved for that American Pie feel.
Leave it to the chef.
I suppose it's a variety to choose from, right? You know, well, this one's room temperature, this one's warm. I don't know.
This one's too
Here's one where
hot.
Here's
one
where I pureed the brain before I froze it, so that when it defrosts, it's like a human chocolate fondant cake.
I guess you'd also have to break the soft palate so you can get up into the brain for that frothy feel.
I suppose.
Ed, you want to?
I can't say I've ever really thought about screwing
I just
ahead.
imagine Ed as a black man going, "This is why white people are serial murderers, you crazy motherfuckers." Who else has a birthday?
Isn't that appropriating our culture?
You can have it. Personal birthday shout out to Matt Mosing. Happy birthday, Matt.
Okay, good. Anybody else have birthdays?
Not a birthday, but I got a shout out to my parents. 52 years strong.
Oh,
happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary!
Yeah.
There we go.
Not bad.
Let's toast.
Don't think I'm gonna hit that one myself.
You never know. It's still possible. It's just not probable.
Would you want to live that long?
Not with current levels.
That means I would hit 52 years. That means I'd have to get married soon. I would be like 114 or something.
Sexy.
Okay.
It's because I want to live as long as I can. I look forward to the point where I'm old enough to lay about me with a stick and people just go, "Oh, it's just him."
I test it each year to see if I'm there yet. Not yet.
Yeah. Can I get away with publicly assaulting someone with a walking stick and just pass it off as dementia?
The mustache helps. Okay, so that's This Week in History. 40 minutes long.
Amazing.
Now it's time for another break.
Because we're Seinfeld in this shit.
Oh, speaking of Seinfeld, they renewed, I guess for season 2 for Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee.
Yep.
Or another season or something.
Oh, and Daniel of It's Wood Seinfeld.com is starting season 2 and hit. He stepped away. He said he'll be back for the third hour. I think it was 20,000 downloads, was it?
I think so.
Something
Nice.
Like that. It's a lot.
It was
A
hugely
lot of
impressive.
people got his wood.
That's right, they did. Well, they at least listened to his wood. What are you sniffing, Otter? What are you sniffing, big guy? He is very happy, whatever it is.
Oh, Otter, he's so soft.
He's the softest otter in the land.
I'll put my channel up here. Everybody go like it or follow it. I'm sorry, this is Twitch, not.
Remember, guys, when she gets to 50 followers, she becomes an affiliate, and at that point in time, she'll be able to monetize and get bits and all that crap.
And then when I get 50 followers, it will be the bathing suit episode.
Bathing suit episode, Bob. So share the link with your friends.
Yeah, go make up 50 different
That's right.
subscriptions and follow.
All right, we did agree to that.
Oh, thank you to whoever backed the Kickstarter while I wasn't looking. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Right.
I appreciate that. Here's to you, Aaron. Thank you. I just happened to sneak over and check on it, and so yeah, that's 2 more folks tonight. New tweet from Twitch support. Uh-oh. See that? We're investigating issues loading streams and other channel data. I bet you that's the problem Kim was having when she was trying to watch.
Oh, could be.
Yeah, it's probably with the app as opposed to, the computer one's probably going fine, but it could be certain regions coming out on certain servers with the app or something like that. Who knows? I think she's down in Tennessee or something.
It was during the week, not on Monday, when I talked about this. Amazon apparently got hacked.
Yep.
So check all your payment methods with them. I had extra charges on my card. So
Toei says people in her stream today were missing their bit badges. Maybe it was Twitch's fault. Yeah, it sounds about right. So Twitch has got some glitch. We got a Twitch glitch. And yeah,
Twitchy.
As Andrea said, if you have Amazon with a credit card in their system, you might want to go remove it for a week. The hacking is already done. They
just
probably
check
won't
your
get
account. Yeah.
Just observe it.
I mean, customer service was really nice. I got all my money back real quickly, and I called my bank. And the bank is the one that told me they had a high volume of calls because of this. They're the ones that told me Amazon got hacked, not Amazon.
That's right. Because Amazon's like, nope, we're okay.
Nope, we'll just fix it. It was John Wick.
John Wick was using her. And Toei says the hack mainly hit Wells Fargo cards, so it might have been something to do with, what is it, Zillow, Zelly.
Oh, Zilla. See, I won't use that.
Right. Well, it's if maybe somebody used Zilla to get further into Wells Fargo systems.
Well, yeah. See, and I don't use Zilla, but yeah, I know that had issues like a week ago.
So anyhow, everybody just be careful, check your shit, be aware.
Yeah, make sure you've purchased it, not someone else. And if you are an Amazon Prime member, you can subscribe to one channel per month for free, no cost to you, gives the channel some money.
One Twitch channel. So what we're saying here, Aaron, is if you have Twitch Prime, link your account to your Twitch and your Amazon account, and then you can subscribe to our channel for free. Gives us a little bit of money, takes nothing out of your pocket, and everybody else listening, because we're all Twitch Prime members nowadays, aren't we?
No.
Yes, I am, and I love it. My life is better for it.
Hey, Kevin's not logged in.
Say what?
Maybe you are. It just doesn't show in the list. That's probably
on Twitch.
Yeah.
I'm drawing a
The
bony
numbers have
hand.
been weird lately.
You're doing what?
Hmm?
What? Huh?
The numbers have been weird.
Yeah.
on Twitch.
Yeah, the numbers in the guest list doesn't necessarily match the little red guy below the screen.
Right.
And all that. So Twitch is probably shifting over with their change that they're doing for affiliates, where they're getting a little more into screwing, making other things wonky. It happens.
But that's okay.
Good times. Woohoo.
Yay.
Kevin's getting more and more tired. His head is like a bobblehead over there now. Oh, man.
Somebody screw
I'll be
it.
like if I start looking like a Pez dispenser, then shout. Just shout.
We won't wake you.
No, it's leaving to snore through the rest of the show.
Daniel's back.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Oh, burger me.
With that.
That's evil,
Oh,
man.
fries.
Yeah, me too.
I'm hungry.
Me too.
Moment of silence for fries.
I want some wild rosemary salted fries from work.
What?
We use rosemary salt on the fries.
Uh-huh. Go on.
How's she feel about that?
Yeah, she loves a bit of it. Yeah, she's not so keen on being on the chips, but it's nice stuff. But you've got to remember to make it ahead of time. You can't just chuck rosemary into salt. It does fuck all. You've got to allow time for it to infuse. So we make it up in jars, like big Kilner jars with the lockdown sealable lids.
Like
a couple of pounds of coarse sea salt and some, strip down the rosemary needles off the stem, mix it through the salt, and then give it a good shake every day. After a couple of weeks, you start to get the flavour through the salt.
Big jars like that, Kev.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly like that.
By the way, I got tagged by Ronnie Mexico yesterday. Apparently, he's moving out of the area from Fredericksburg to Richmond, which is like an hour away. I'm like, you're not actually moving out of the area. Goodbye, Fredericksburg. It's been fun. You're going an hour away, dude. Calm down.
But now it's an hour away from his regular cigar shop.
I live on the Isle of Wight. You move an hour away from me, you're essentially dead to me.
You're in the ocean.
Yeah, probably because you're in the middle of the English Channel.
Yeah.
The island's slightly bigger than that. You head north for an hour, you hit the mainland. So as long as your sense of direction is not too bad, you'll avoid drowning at least.
Well, you gotta have enough stamina to make it across the channel.
End up over on the Big Island, as we like to refer to it.
Is that what you call Europe now?
The mainland UK. The rest of Great Britain, the Big Island.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so tired.
We're all like really laid back and chill today, aren't we?
Yeah. It's a damn tea.
That's why we're a chill stream with variety, streaming, and positivity.
This is what sobriety does. This is just a lesson to the children out there. Drinking makes you more interesting.
Makes you fun, at least to yourself.
Gives you energy.
Oh my goodness.
The only thing I have in the house is like vodka and tequila, and I'm like, ugh, nope, not drinking that.
Fire them on over, man. I'm not fussy.
I have a bottle of wine in the fridge.
You know what, Andrew? What about that bottle of wine that looks like a Voss bottle? Are you drinking that, or should I drink that?
Yeah, that's the good Italian stuff. But you can have some.
That was multiple.
You can have it.
Oh, I don't want it. If you like it, I will leave it in there for you, because I am not a wine guy.
And then I have a bottle of Eclipse in there that's really good.
Of the heart.
I can only find that wine at the ABC store, though. It's weird.
Conspiracy.
It is.
I went on an awesome drinks training day last week since I was on last week's show. It's one of the few perks where I have to go away for these assistant managers meetings every now and then, and most of them are exactly what you expect from a corporate training day, just mind-numbing statistics and being told how we're not doing a good enough job to make money for the people who employ us. But occasionally you get one that sticks out like this last one, and it was all to do with we got 3 main pushes this summer in our chains, so it's to do with those and how best to display them on your bar and product knowledge. One of the big things in the UK at the moment is the resurgence of gin. So a section of the day was to do with Fever Tree, who are our mixer partner, if you like, throughout the chain, and how to combine their mixers with gins and stuff, which was great because I was drinking an enormous goldfish bowl of gin and tonic at 11 a.m. Does anyone want to sample this? Pass that fucker on down.
Kevin knocking people out of the way.
One for the team. One for the team.
Well, I had to get the gin and tonic out of the way early because the afternoon session was about real ale, and damn well I was representing for that one. So the G&T was just a palate cleanser.
That's right.
Very nice, actually. For anybody who is a gin fan, Sip Smith's slow gin mixed with Fever Tree's Mediterranean tonic. It's an absolute bomb.
I've asked people about what tonic they use for their gin and tonic when they're like, "Oh, I like gin and tonics." I'm like, "What tonic to use?" And they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Really?"
Yeah, a lot of people just go for just a standard tonic water, but the market in mixers has rocketed in the last decade, and the range you can get in different flavored mixers now is phenomenal.
Well, yeah, I assume even if you're getting a non-flavored tonic, it's going to make a difference. I mean,
for a long time in the UK, tonic, yeah. Did you want Schweppes or Schweppes? Yeah, and they came in one size, those little bowls, and that was it. You want a gin and tonic, yeah. Any more than that, you got to buy 2 of those, But now they come in a range of sizes, and I don't know if you guys can get them in the US. I'm not sure where their marketing goes to, but if you can get Fever Tree in the US, I highly recommend them. It's got bugger all to do with the fact that my company uses them. They're just really nice. They do a lemon tonic that's quite similar to the old little bottles of bitter lemon that you used to get, but not quite so sharp. They're taking some of the bitter edge off of it. And that with a nice fruity gin, like but with something like a slow gin or something with a bit of fruitiness, like a strawberry or a rhubarb edge, that lemon tonic is an absolute gem for pairing.
Oh, nice. So it's a slow
gin.
If you do one of those with an Alka-Seltzer in it?
Oh yeah, no. Slow gin fizz is normally used. I don't know. We use one that uses prosecco, but
that's a cheese, right?
Yeah. Let's just say yes. Yeah. Yes. You put it on bolognese.
Does it really fizz?
Or prosecco?
No, slow gin.
A slow gin fizz.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, the slow gin will take some of the fizz out of it, but. Do you guys have Aperol over there? The orange liqueur?
Oh, our pharmacies have everything.
Aperol. You can get it over there. That's a lovely one for the summer. I've enjoyed it for years, but we've just started stocking it recently. It's essentially like an orange liqueur, Mediterranean orange. But it's really nice because if you mix it with something like a tonic or like a 50-50 Prosecco and tonic mix and make like a long, cool spritzer with it, it's lovely and refreshing. And it also goes really nicely if you slug enormous amounts of vodka into it.
Very cool. Your voice is very calming and soothing and monotone right now.
It's
relaxing. So we're going to
It's
take a
making me
break.
sleepy.
But first, I want to remind everybody, click share, invite your friends over to be obnoxious because we're heading into the 3rd hour where we're going to wake up a little bit. Oh, that was we're all going to nap together in a big cuddle pile, one of the two.
Oh,
You little
People pile. Yeah.
It's a cuddle party. No, look, Andrea's now added almost to the card. So let's go into a break. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. Don't forget, guys, check your cameras when you come back and sit down. If you see me giving you the old thumbs up, or in Elizabeth's case, the okay sign. And we'll get back on early. We'll be right back. Mute yourselves.
Elizabeth.
And now, for the continuing adventures of the Bus Wanker.
What are we doing? Okay, so who's doing the opening line and the rest join in?
We're getting toasted at Talk of the Tavern. Woo!
Elizabeth from New York, and I'm getting toasted at Talk at the Tavern. Woo, baby! Forget the train. I gotta get home so I can get toasted on Talk at the Tavern.
You're not gonna get the LOL. I'm telling you right now, you're not gonna get it. Keep that to know.
I just want to get toasted. Talk at the Tavern.
I don't want nobody paying on the train.
Come on. I just want to get toasted on Talk at the Tavern. Come on.
I'm pinching his butt.
You got toasted at Talk of the Tavern.
I'm smacking the ass. Smack the ass. Smack the ass. Oh, I smack it. Smack it.
Awesome. He's getting toasted for Talk at the Tavern.
Oh my. We're all together. And guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna get toasted at Talk of the Tavern.
Yeah, baby.
I was hoping we'd do that in unison.
Talk of the Tavern!
I'm getting toasted. At Talk of the Tavern. Crap! Another French press broken. Well, what are you going to do? I'll tell you what you're going to do. Stainless steel, baby. And now I'm all ready to get toasted on Talk of the Tavern. Cheers! Look at all the beauty. Just makes me think about getting toasted at Talk of the Tavern. Yeah. Hey, this is Pickle Lady up in New York, and I got toasted on Talk at the Tavern. Cheers! I'm at my school. They're rehearsing, and all I can think about is getting toasted at Talk at the Tavern. Oh!
I'm on the train. I'm by myself. The car's completely empty. I don't know what to do. Oh my God! What's going on?
So looking forward to getting toasted on Talk at the Tavern.
We're getting toasted at
Talk of the Tavern!
Hey, bienvenidos a la Talk of the Tavern! Hey, getting toasted. Yeah.
Time for the roll call for our late night, inappropriate, slightly intoxicated, and very naughty music hour. This is where the faint of heart swoon, parents put children to bed, and things heat up and get steamy. So pour another drink and strap yourself in. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. Okay, we're back for the third hour. Yes, we are. Indeedy-daddly-do. Who's still here? Give us a roll call. Give us a shout out. Let us know what you're
I'm here.
drinking.
I'm here. Ed's gone.
Touching. I know Ed is gone. By the way, look, I decided.
You say that. How do you know?
I know.
Just turn the lights off. He could be
Because-
sat
Smile,
right
Ed.
there.
Let's see where you are.
I'm not racist.
Someone's misappropriated his light bulb.
Aaron says, Travis, you could talk like that all the time. Like which part? I don't know which way. Do you mean the intro thing or it's I'm having a Coke with teammates, just so everybody knows. It's
Oh,
see,
man,
there's
I got
Daniel.
up and wandered, and I still forgot to get something to drink.
Well, go.
Go get it.
Go now. Drink water. Don't miss out on water. The lesson of the
Oh, I
last.
have water.
Don't you brandish your banana at me, woman.
Do you like it? You like it like that.
Oh, is
banana
Bob
brandish.
still here while you eat that banana?
Elizabeth, I got a friend with me.
Oh, that's
You had Pickle Man the other day, so
oh.
this is Eric. He's my E. coli.
Oh, he's cute.
By the way, Daniel, if you're speaking, you have no sound.
I think he knows he's chewing.
Okay, I don't know.
Oh, I like the E. coli. E.
It's just me and Eric for the rest of the show.
I don't hear you.
I love it.
Oh.
Oh, he's cute.
My wife gave me E. coli for Valentine's Day about 9 years ago, and on the same day, her friend Rachel gave her boyfriend AIDS.
Okay, wait, hold on.
So I want a cinnamon roll, and then Aaron says, Hi, Eric. I killed your brother today.
In the lab
Oh,
today.
killed your brother in the lab today. Whoa.
I don't get the reference. What'd I miss?
Coli.
Eric is the E.
Oh,
coli.
E. coli.
Okay. I get it
Listen, it's
now.
okay.
Any? Yes.
Yeah,
got
we
the
hear
number.
you now.
See, now hold on.
got me? Awesome.
Oh, you
Aaron,
scared Eric.
Aaron is this is the example of, now Daniel's been on the show a half dozen times, so his setup should be good to go, and we still had problems with him coming in. So this is why we do, like, make sure we have plenty of time to do the sound check, at least until somebody's been on a regular basis and all that good stuff. So, yeah.
I'm an idiot. I had my mic turned off, watching you guys out of a habit, so I didn't. And not that I was on, so you wouldn't have heard me anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't want Aaron looking at the screen going, "Look at him just fucking bring people in. What the hell?" Because in theory, you
Kevin's
guys-
always late.
Kevin's special.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's not why I'm late. That's just a coincidence. Man.
Yeah, that's the fact of life.
It is a sad fact that currently, at least for a few more weeks, my rotation's got me finishing at a time where literally I walk in the door from a 14-hour day as the show is starting. So the reason I'm late is because I'm horrendously selfish and want to eat first.
And we don't want to look at it.
No.
It's like Cookie Monster, but more British.
We've seen
It's not
this
nice.
before. It's not.
Me eating a risotto is like watching a zip pop in reverse.
So instead of going, ma, 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 ma,
Now I really want my hamburger.
You didn't even eat yet?
Is it one of those hamburgers with a tarantula on it?
No, but I told you I would.
Well, we'll see you in North
I
Carolina.
want to see it.
Going live on
I want to see
All right.
it.
I still want to fly out to that con you guys were talking about.
MarsCon, yeah.
Oh, in January, yeah, that'll be fun.
And by the way, Aaron,
If you do book a room now,
that's true.
because
Right.
it'll by summer the whole hotel will be sold out.
I thought I was staying with you guys.
I'm not sharing a bed.
That's what it would boil down to. Guess who you get a share a bed with.
One of these days I'll blag it. I'll just fly over in January unannounced and just rely on my accent to open someone's hotel door for me.
It will.
It would probably work.
I just find out where Victoria's staying.
See, it would work.
Kevin's like, I'm going to MarsCon in St. Louis. And by the way, Erin says that she would say it to my face if she would. So good. I appreciate that. Ain't nothing like, actually confronting people when you have an issue with them as opposed to passive aggressive. Not you, them.
Tell me what to do.
Why are you talking about me like that?
See?
Why you got to make it all about you?
Wait, which one?
Appropriate in our conversation.
All y'all.
All y'all.
I forgot to mention, because I did do something awesome this week. Today I went to the post office and got new stamps, and they're scratch and sniff stamps.
They are. I saw those on the news.
I got some. It
What do
smells
they
like
smell like?
watermelon.
Wasted.
It smells like popsicles.
No, like fruit. Okay.
It's all little popsicles, and you scratch them.
He was
Okay,
thinking.
I'm thinking.
He was thinking they were President Trump stamps or something.
Oh no, I
Scratch
won't
and
smell
sniff?
that.
And by the way,
Ew.
Erin says, as opposed to Facebook blasting people you don't like or vague booking, where you just put like, well, they're a jerk and I hate that they. Never mind.
No one
Yeah,
cares.
exactly. Just saying.
I forgot something cool happened to me. It was the last day at this school I teach at down in the East New York, way down deep in a very rough part of town. And I was in my celebratory mood, preparing to make some Talk of the Tavern videos. So I went to the grocery store for the proper supplies. And I got my
Cream and chocolate.
24 ounce. 24 on the bus, not at home, not the subway. It's
Oh,
different.
good point. Sorry.
Got my 24 ounce beer, and no line is open. Every line has a long queue. So I get in line behind a woman, and I open the cooler that's right by the line, and I push back the Red Bulls, and I stick my beer in there and close the door. And the woman in front of me notices. And she thinks about it, and then she says, "That's a really good idea." And I said, well, I don't know how long this line is. The woman's counting change. She's elderly. And she had 4 of these big beers. So she says, I should do that. And I said, come on. And I ripped the door open, and I moved everything over. I'm like, let's get this done. We're doing it. So I closed it, and we ended up chit-chatting. I ended up telling her about a wine store in my neighborhood and how you wouldn't have to put it in a cooler. They have this large vat full of churning water. And you put your wine bottle in there, and in 5 minutes, it'll get slightly chilled. 7 minutes, it's very chilled. And 8 minutes, it's very, very ice cold. And I said, if we had that, we could do that with a beer. And we were laughing, and I gave her the address, and she's memorizing. And by the time I get to the end of the line, she buys me my beer.
Oh,
nice.
And it was only a couple dollars, but she buys me the beer. She loves the neighborhood, and she just said, the thing that got her was she said, "Oh, you're gonna go run home and drink that with your friends?" And I said, "No, I'm gonna drink it before the bus gets here."
By the way, Elizabeth, Erin asks, Elizabeth, East New York, Bronx?
Yeah, way down in Brooklyn.
I wonder if that was Erin that you were talking to. That'd be great.
Wait a minute.
It could be. You never know. It was just in line. Some lovely woman. We were having a chit chat, and if I'm going to stand in line and be miserable, go ahead. I try to, and I love this. In New York, one of my games is I go fishing, and I see how many people I can get to laugh or smile in a day. And my favorite thing lately is I'm on the subway platform, and the train pulls up, and I start dancing and waving my hands in the air, and occasionally I'll get a toot. And everybody.
Nice. By the way, Erin says, cool, yeah, I'm in New York City today.
Ah! Are you going to be here tomorrow? Are you flying out? We
Maybe
should catch
she's
up.
just there to do, knock down a jewelry heist or something and then get out of town real quick.
We should use a driver.
There, you need a driver. Pre-beer.
Yeah, if you get time, we'll have a drink. Coffee.
Nope, sorry, have to go to work. And
Oh.
if I would admit to that, absolutely. So it looks like she will be there because she said no. She won't be.
She will be there causing a heist.
Causing a heist. Des showed back
sweet.
up. Des, where you been, man? You missed the whole show. Except for just before the third hour. That was, well, man, we all just wound down. Ed was about to just tell us.
That's what happens when you let me talk for too long.
That's right. We were all just like, Cap, just keep.
You should make a tape of you speaking for Dan. Dan has insomnia, so you could lull him to a level of sleep.
Just me reading the Haynes technical manual from 1987 Triumph.
Exactly. That would help. Okay, I look forward to that.
So I was watching Dan's body language right there, because Dan sent me a message when we were in break. Actually, before the break, if you want me to come in for the last hour, I can. I'm like, sure. And then he's here. He gets in. He's brought his food, hasn't eaten yet, and he's sitting there with his arm crossed, just staring at the screen now. And I'm like, is he going to eat or talk? Neither. He's going to sit there like he's angry with us now.
I've been lurking all afternoon, so kind of used to it. Hey, I did have a comment for you guys. I did it in the chat, but I didn't want to interrupt that. But we're talking about gaming and stuff, and Andrea's channel and whatnot. Do you guys know what Extra Life is?
No.
It's
I know what Second Life is.
Is it? No, not the game. This is the Children's Miracle Network, and on November 3rd they do a 24-hour game-a-thon and take pledges, stuff like that.
Oh.
The last couple of years we have played D&D 24 hours. We switched to gaming. We've done, did other things to fill that 24 hours. But I thought, you guys want a game for 24 hours?
Yep.
I will.
We can alternate people running.
Exactly. We could 6 hours in Marvel. We could do 6 hours in D&D. We could do.
When I hit 50 followers.
Well, this is
we could do 24.
You got November. Come on.
Yeah, you'll hit. I'm gonna for the middle next month.
I was gonna say if I hit 50 followers, we could do a 24-hour thing and bathing suits.
Andrew, I can make it so you hit. Hold on a second. Let's do this real quick. Give me a second. By the way, Des, hope you're feeling better, buddy. Hope the naps help. Sorry to hear your head hates you.
Yay, nap! Naps are great.
Sorry, Des.
Right over here. Let's just pull this up. Let's pull.
Yeah, I like where this is going.
Straight up. Okay.
Let me whip this out.
Oh!
Hold on a second.
Where is my what?
Andrea's channel here.
Well, you're definitely going to get 3 more tomorrow.
Yay!
I feel like I should know what that means. Wait, inches? What are you talking about? Okay, somebody do it. Shout out for Andrea.
With my
You want me
servers,
to do a shout out?
I could make 25, 30 emails and just fill your thing full of subscribers.
I can't have subscribers yet, but they can have subscribers for Talk of the Tavern.
Hey, here's Victoria.
Okay, I meant followers.
Oh, I could do for Did I do it right?
You did it. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Hey guys, everybody do me a favor. Copy that link to Andrea's channel. Go down, click the share button just below the screen. Share it to Twitter or Facebook, wherever people like you better, and say follow this person's Twitch channel. She needs 50 people to be awesome or some crap. Write some shit. Make people follow it.
Yeah.
Get it done.
If she gets 50 people, she will show us her awesomeness.
That's a bikini party at 50, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Whoa. She said swimsuit party.
Yeah.
She said bikini party.
Oh, okay. Oh, man,
Elizabeth, stop blocking, damn it.
I wanted to wear that.
You mean I don't get to wear a bikini?
I was in a swimsuit on Saturday, and you missed it, buddy.
Yeah.
Daniel,
yes, you can wear your bikini.
I just check ahead of time. Does a Borat-style mankini cover the bases there?
That's fabulous. You got one, right?
That's a special prize.
I can't
have your banana hammock.
God, do you remember those horrendous ones? Talk about blast from the past. Remember those horrendous ones we reviewed ages ago? That were literally, they weren't even the hammock. They were just like that little weird half-man thong thing. Yeah, oh, God.
Just like this.
All the memories to come springing at me from the past of Talk of the Tavern, literally.
You're welcome.
Mm.
There we go. I have.
What we would charmingly refer. I don't know if you guys use the same slang phrase in the UK. We sometimes refer to them as budgie smugglers.
Yep. I love that.
Des says Kevin and I will wear bikinis. Yep, that would be perfect.
I'm up for it. I've got the tits for it.
And we could play a game.
Got that typed out.
Which one of us gets banned from Twitch first?
All of us. We do it, right?
So we're going down. We go down together. All for one and one for
And then
all.
it'll hit the news, and it'll be all right.
I'm in.
You know, if I just stick a couple of googly eyes on one of my breasts, and we can just be like Elizabeth has Pickle Man, and just have like breast boy. It's a dynamic nipple.
If
See,
you can
and I
make
have
it
some-
look all around, that'd be sweet.
I have some Google eyes.
Where are you gonna put those? Yeah.
Elizabeth, we need a team on this. You must know people. I need some top class animatronics. We need to animate one of my breasts.
I think your wife can handle that.
She probably could handle it. I'm not sure I
She's
could
probably
handle
pretty
hers.
good at it, too.
We'd need a team for that.
Victoria says sausage party. Yes, pretty much.
That's like that old joke. You're trying to attract women on the beach, and his friend says, "No, you put a potato in your Speedo." And he says, "No, you got to put it in the front."
That's awesome.
That's funny.
How come they won't come near me? Put it in the
Yeah,
front.
sausage party, Victoria. Go ahead and follow my channel if you're not already.
Sausage party.
There we go.
I just always think of.
See, Erin even did it right, and she tweeted about being on here.
Erin.
Oh, that's my Kickstarter. Oh, that's even better. Thank you, Ash. Erin. Thank you. I was about to call you
That's
by your last-
great.
I really appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so I have sent it
Sharing
out.
is caring.
What?
Sharing is caring.
It is. So I have tweeted it. I have put it on Facebook. Everybody else is doing the same. We should get you 50 follows by now.
Yay!
Thank you,
That'd be
Toey.
great.
I'm sure they all thank you, and I was busy typing. Kevin, yeah, you ran that. Okay. So we got all that. Board shorts. Wear board shorts. I wear them on my head like a
We
chef.
wear shorts.
Why do they have to be bored?
Because they're all
Because
mine.
you're wearing
You should
underwear.
have
If you wear it,
excited
it's
shorts.
exciting.
Oh, Travis has some that have cats all over them.
He's got pussies in his shorts.
All over them.
Harry.
Hairy shorts.
It doesn't matter. I could put on a pair of Bermuda shorts that look like short shorts on me.
Are you a tall fellow?
I am mildly tall. Yes, I'm 6'8".
6'8". Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm a short fellow.
Mind you, when in a scenario where I would be wearing swimming shorts, I don't actually look like I'm swimming. I look like someone drowned a stick insect.
That's funny because occasionally I get into discussions with people on the subway, and then they'll catch me saying this. I say, "Well, I'm only 6'1", and then they say 6'1", and I said, "Yeah, but that's not that tall. That's like 6'8" is tall, 7 is tall, 6'1" is
I'm only 7 foot in my heels.
He's got great calves.
and chaps.
Have you got a nice pair of like bright red fuck me pumps?
No, sadly, they're a pair of New Rock combat boots, but
And their heels.
Fuck me or die.
they do make me 7 foot tall. So.
Kevin experiences climate change earlier than we do. See, that's much more clever than saying, "How's the weather up there?"
Yeah, there's what appears to be any kind of sort of like wit or eccentricity on my part is just hypoxia brought on by the lack of oxygen at this elevation. So.
That's why he hunches down when he's at his computer. He's like,
Yeah, I'm trying to keep my head under the cloud cover.
For him to look at his computer, it's so funny. He'll sit there, but he's folded in half.
Yeah, you don't get the impression when I'm on, because you can only see like my head and shoulders. You have I am actually kind of hunched and doubled over.
He's folded, yeah. Where is Bob? Did Bob leave?
Bob has left the building.
And Bob was talking about needing a handkerchief when riding on the highway. Are you showing us your junk? What are you doing, Kevin?
I'm showing you my incredibly poor posture. Show you my junk if you want.
Hold on, let me clip it ready.
Yeah, we got 36 minutes to fill.
Just one long pan.
Like the opening of Spaceballs. Really, literally.
Like an iPhone wrap round picture.
I'm waiting.
It's not just Bob that's going to be typing with one hand in a minute.
I bought the ticket. Let's go for this ride. That's funny. That's silly.
Are you using the dry erase crayons yet?
I have. I don't quite have them. I don't. They're okay. They're not as bold a color as the marker, but they do add texture that pops forward. So I'll start using it more.
Nice.
That's what I thought.
Once you figure out how to use them and where to use them to accent the other stuff best. Yeah.
You can probably figure out where it needs to be popped forward.
I do.
In the lower front?
Not on the bus, only on the subway.
No, can't do freaky shit on the bus, just the subway.
The
bus is like... Is the bus
closer to hell?
As a lifelong 42-year-old bus user on an island that survives on a public transport system, because there's no point in owning a fucking car, because you get in, start the engine, hey, you're there. I beg to differ. You can get out some proper freaky shit on a bus. You can probably get caught doing it, but you can definitely get up to it.
At least you can get out the door and run away, whereas in a subway, you're like trapped in a can. So, Daniel, where did you go? Burger King. Okay, we don't need to see your Burger King. If it was In-N-Out, I'd want to see it. Yeah, I was curious.
No, we don't have In-N-Outs up here.
Okay.
You have to drive down south for that.
Okay, to Tennessee.
That sounds like a spring break story. You have to drive down south for some In-N-Out.
When I was in the Army, we used to go to Mexico for a little In-N-Out. And some tacos.
Travis, enlighten me. What's so great about In-N-Out?
I don't know. I just hear it's a good burger joint. Never been there.
It's good. It's good.
It's kind of like good fast food. They take the burgers and put it on the grill in front of you. I think that's how they do it. The one I've been to,
In-N-Out is basically you have a single burger and then you have a double burger, and that's all they serve. So it's ultra simplistic. Everything's really fast because they're cooking one thing.
Yeah. With grilled onions or not. Get the hell out.
Oh, was that like Five Guys?
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. It's.
They have like
I know. I'm thinking about
on the
Whataburger.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, there's
something else.
A few comments, and by the way, if anybody needs to renew your subscription, don't forget to do that this month because it doesn't auto-renew. And if you have Twitch Prime, don't forget you can do it for no cost. But Countess says, put it on Pano. I don't know what that means. But then she also says, but can you write on your body with them? I think that's to you, Elizabeth, with the crayons. Can you write on your body with them? And then I have other comments.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You can. It sticks.
Okay. And then.
And it's not piano, it's pano, like the panoramic.
Oh. Okay. Des says it's supposed to be very good fast food. Aaron says they have good burgers. They have good malt vinegar fries. Gotta appreciate that. Always a long line, but it moves fast. There you go.
Yeah, and their fries tend to be on the thinner side, and they make them quite salty. So you get them; they're very hot, and they're just a lovely consistency.
Wow, it's like you're
The
talking
whole
about
plate is just sounding like whole place is sounding like an analogy for my sex life.
Hot and salty?
Hot and salty. Long and thin.
And on
long
the thin
queues,
side?
long queues over quickly.
Vinegar.
And I don't know where they came from, but yeah, we now have 16 viewers according to Twitch. So I don't know the count actually caught up.
That's awesome. Then I need to make sure I have all of these lovely viewers following my channel.
Because then she'll do a bathing suit party. When she
That's
gets to
right.
50 followers.
Bathing
So you guys
suit.
gotta help her out. Click on that link.
All right.
Click on that link.
I've been going through my bathing suits lately. I do have a yellow polka dot bikini.
She does. And
Is it itsy
Of
bitsy?
course you do.
Teeny weeny?
And I asked her, I'm like, do you need me to take a picture of that for Ed? And she's like, no. I tried, man. I tried. I'm like, I know he'd appreciate it because she looks great in them. She really does.
You look good in your Hooters shirt.
She does. And she
Because
wore
it's
the elephant
Hooters.
top the other day, and I remember when I first started dating her.
Everybody looks good in a Hooters shirt.
I would like to counter that argument.
Bob does, but not me. But I remember when I first started dating Andrea, at one point in time I got to giggling, and I'm like, I'm dating the hot chick.
Nice.
And I don't think she believed me, but I was actually genuinely excited that I'm dating the hot chick.
And then she looked below your waist and she knew you was actually genuinely excited.
She's blushing. She's blushing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well done, Travis. Welcome to the officially punching above your weight club.
She was a total nerd who got picked on when she was younger, so she appreciates positive attention.
Nerds.
Well, no, she appreciates the attention as opposed to.
I got picked on when I was older too.
She got picked on earlier, but then we took a nap afterwards, and we're.
It's weird. Ever since like the age of 16, I've never really been picked on. It's curious.
Size of a small fucking building.
Yeah, because instead of that comments over your head, they smack you right in the chest.
Yeah, right in the chest. Yeah.
See, when we had Brad Williams on, who, for anybody who doesn't know, he's a very famous comedian. He's also a little person. And when we had him on, I told him when I went into high school, I was 4'4", and I was. And he's like, "What? 4'4"? That's the height I am now." I'm like, "I know, dude." I was small, so I got picked on a lot because I had a big.
How tall are you now?
5'7.5". I was 5'8", but I, got older and grew down.
So we're the same height.
There you go. And Countess says you're a very hot nerd now, Andrea.
Thank you, Victoria.
Is that Victoria's secret?
No.
She's got some secrets for you.
That's Victoria.
Yeah.
It's no longer a secret.
Mm-mm. That shit's out there. Oh. So this was a good random show. And just because of how Erin has behaved in chat, I want to get her on sooner. Erin, maybe I'll get you on a weekday or something too. It's they tend to be a lot like this, where we don't necessarily have a topic and whatnot. Oh,
it's a little earlier in the day.
Who's available Friday?
No.
What's up?
I might be.
I'd like to do the long stream for the ending of my Kickstarter, which ends Friday at 10 or 11 at night. So I'd like to do a longer stream that day.
I'll play.
Okay. And you don't have to stay the whole time. You pop in for an hour and
Depends. What sort of time are you thinking about?
10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern. So you're looking at 3 p.m. till 3 a.m. your time.
Oh, I could probably. Well, I can definitely swing by at some point, but I've got a sneaky feeling. Is this the week where I've actually got Friday evening? Sorry, talk amongst yourselves while I just walk.
Thank you.
Topic.
You're welcome.
Don't tell me what to do.
I know you are, but what am I?
Okay, Victoria.
Fabulous.
You say you've got some secrets, and says pretty much a cougar that digs British guys. That is no secret. You better try again.
That is a known fact, Victoria.
That's right. Well
Although,
documented.
as Ed
years.
as Ed will tell you, if you're going to dig anything, you need at least one spade. Thank you very much. I'm here every night this week, except I'm not.
Hey, if you're gonna stream
I'm
like
free
all
Friday
day
night.
Friday, maybe we could talk about doing another game.
Yeah.
During the week on my channel, come up with characters or whatever. If anybody wants to join.
I'm free Friday evening. I'll be home about 8 o'clock my time.
Spend a little time with the wife, and then when she heads off to bed and you're in there digging through the internet.
I'll be with you at 8:06.
Whew, 6 minutes. Damn.
I need coffee up.
Precision.
Yeah. And hey, Ed, at least they don't call you a token, right?
Oh goodness.
No, that's me.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
my
That's
job.
British,
I'm
the
the
token
show's
British guy.
He's the token.
He's the token British guy. Yeah.
Hey, Ed.
Token foreigner.
Oh yeah. No problem.
For being a token?
No. Token Ed? No, Ed just back to Kickstarter. I really appreciate that, man. You know what I also want to do that I haven't done yet this month, and this is the last show of this month anyway. I want
laundry?
No.
Enema?
It's I've always done my own laundry, but Andrea does it now, and sometimes it's very odd for me because I'll stand there and want to help her do the laundry.
I'm very particular about my laundry.
I want to give a quick shout out to all my patrons on Patreon and a thank you to them. And as Andrea is doing a quick thumbs up to Tammy Quinn, John Millington, Desmond Evers, Tara Moeller, Kennedy, who's a regular, Joseph Kornsman, Triple U. Oh, that's who that is. I got it. To David and Greg Chapman, who has a birthday and a marriage. Bob. And then Getty and Marco. All these guys supporting, helping, and etc. I really appreciate that every month, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Woo!
Good work.
Oh, what I miss here? Victoria says that beats 4 minutes by Madonna and Justin Timberlake. Really? I got to beat longer than 4 minutes to either one of them.
Just beat it. Just beat it. Beat it.
I bet you do, you naughty thing.
What do you mean I do things?
I'm talking to Victoria. Stay out of it.
No, Des says, "What do you mean I do things?" And I'm curious. Did I say Des do things? You support Talk of the Tavern, and you help us out tremendously. And Des,
that's what you do.
It's that he does that thing that you do.
That's his safe word.
Well, since Des has shown up, he has supported everything we have done. Whether it's following Andrea's channel or the Patreon or the Kickstarters, etc., and we appreciate it, man. So, okay, that's enough mushy stuff.
I got to raid his channel Sunday.
Yeah, we did. But you can't say that out loud, Kat? We'll be quiet so you can say that. Say it slow and low. Go ahead.
I said Victoria said that she's got some dirty laundry, so I said it sounds like she needs a good scrubbing.
Oh my!
Yeah, guys, let's all get a rubber down. I've got a loofah with your face on it, or is my loofah on your face? I don't know, but
those old-fashioned washboards.
Oh God! Here comes.
I used to do laundry like that.
Against the rocks?
No, with the washboard.
No.
Oh wow!
With a heavy drink.
You know, single mother, small child, not a lot of money. That's how I did laundry. Wash tub, washboard, yeah.
See, Des
How
asked
you
you to
roll.
wet nap after that. Des, you know what a wet nap is? It's a short version of a wet dream.
Is that how you wash the kids?
Yeah.
With a
Just like
washboard.
that.
Yeah.
See, when I did laundry that way, I had better muscles, not so much
I don't
anymore.
know, Daniel. We'll call
Spoiled
the
with the
border
washing
control,
machine.
find out.
They probably got a few spare kids down there you can work on.
No, that's okay.
Did anybody see the cover of Time magazine this week?
The lie.
No.
Of Trump standing there with the little kid crying, and it says "Welcome to America." Yeah.
I think I saw, but I want to say that was. Hold on, I'm going to images now.
I hate the term fake news, but you know it was fake news.
At least you know what
Can I
you're going to
just check
get with fake news, right?
This is the real Time magazine cover this week, not just one that someone found on Donald
No,
Trump.
it was in my mailbox.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
No, it wasn't a fake cover. It was the real
It's not
cover.
actually them together. They are both photoshopped onto a flat red background.
Of course.
So.
Yeah, but not only that, the child in question in that photo, her mother had turned her over to coyotes. She wasn't taken from her mother.
And I read that her mother actually was from Guatemala or Honduras and left her husband with her other 3 children and just carried this baby by hand to get up here. You know, how many thousands of miles. Yeah.
Okay, people, if you want to bitch about slavery, that's slavery. Right there, right now. If you sell your children, that's slavery.
Yeah, I mean, the father was actually ecstatic to get his child back.
So I want you to think about
If
that.
you are-
slavery.
If you're Honduran or Guatemalan and you're watching the show, stop appropriating our British culture.
And Toei says, really bad composition on the cover. Agreed. Yeah. And like Ed said, fake story. And she set the kid down for a minute while the border officers were talking to her. They were never separated. Yeah, I understand what they were doing. They were trying to create the impression that, but yeah. We discussed this before the show, and I said I don't necessarily want to talk about it on the show. And I'm going to go ahead and briefly summarize the group feelings. By the way, the group at that point in time was Elizabeth, Ed, Andrea, and myself. And we basically went, there's laws. And these people are breaking laws. And when people go to jail, they don't get to take their kids with them. Is it emotionally horrible? Absolutely. Are they breaking the law and thus need to pay the penalty? Well, that's how society works. That's that. That's a summarization. If anybody else wants to go more into it, stir the pot, have at it.
See, but then they put their kids in somebody else's care, and that costs money too.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, don't take the kids from them. Well, the little ones. Don't make someone else take care of them.
It's not a good situation no matter what, but it's I would not be surprised if I, went to any other country and tried to live there permanently and they went, I'm sorry, we're kicking your ass out. I wouldn't be surprised.
You should come to Britain then, Travis. Give it another few months. We won't be able to afford to kick anyone out.
That's right.
Oh, look at you copying the US again.
The other night on a lot of you watched the show for a while and know one of my favourite British long-running comedy programmes is Mock the Week, and on one of the recent episodes they always have a round where they flash up a random number and they have to guess the question that's assigned to that number being the answer. And the other day the answer was 3 million, and one of the comedians said, "Is it what will the annual salary be for a British fruit picker after Brexit?"
And you told us the other one, I think it was last week you mentioned, it was like so many hours or the bottom line is that the answer, or the question to the answer, was how much time a parent spends with their kid. And what was
Yeah.
the number?
It's
Like
I
30
can't remember
minutes
now,
a
but
week
it's
or a month or something?
something like that.
Yeah, that was a recent survey. Yeah.
Mm.
Crazy.
I'd like to put in a moment of beauty, if I may.
Yeah.
On the way to my face painting extravaganza on Friday, I'm on the bus and I hear all this giggling and laughter, and I look over, and in the very back, just a few feet from me, he's very tall, black man with, I'm assuming it's his daughter, and they're playing patty cake. And then they're giggling and laughing, and then they were playing rock, paper, scissors and some other games, and for a total of maybe 35 minutes I'm on the bus. And I mean, he just never took his eyes off her, and they were just engaged. And when I got off, I got his attention, and I thanked him as a teacher. And what a pleasure it is to see a parent so engaged with their child on the bus and not ignoring them by staring at your phone.
Mm-hmm.
And that it makes for a better student and a better citizen in the world when the parents love them and interact with them. And he said, "Thank you very much." I said, "Thank you," and parted ways. Moment of beauty. But I took a picture. Warmed my heart.
I saw it. You posted that. Yeah.
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 I had to.
And especially a father.
Yeah. And that's it. Yeah.
And by the
and
way,
of course, he has his hat on with all these marijuana leaves.
And also, but that kid is not running around screaming, annoying other people.
Mm-hmm. She's just so
God
lovely,
almighty.
guy. I'm just so happy. It was really everyone was happy on the bus, hearing the giggling and laughter. It was nice.
Yeah.
Did the wheels on the bus go round and round?
They did, and I'm going to say
long.
there's nothing sexier than a dad caring for his kids. It's the sexiest thing ever.
It gets a lot less sexy
This is
once
true.
they're 15. They don't fucking play patty cake with you anymore, little bastards.
And they really bitch when you try to change their diapers too.
Yeah. The only way my son will play patty cake with me now is on the off chance I accidentally have my wallet in one hand.
I was about to say, the other day I went to watch some other streamer musician, and I happened to come in, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna play an Alanis Morissette song. Everybody vote for their favorite." And I typed in "Wheels on the Bus" in the style of Alanis Morissette. She sang "Wheels on the Bus" in the style of Alanis Morissette.
Oh.
It was great. It was great. And like for the next
That's
10
awesome.
minutes, that's what the whole chat was about, that one song. And by the way,
It's a classic.
Aaron says, I'm sorry, Andrea?
I was going to say, it's a classic one, Just Dance. That's one of the songs you can dance to.
It is. And it's funny because they have like a black kid in the front and then two white kids as the backup dancer. Let's see here. Oh, Aaron, I'm going to read Aaron's last message first. Grown men playing Tea Party or whatever with kids is basically porn for women. I just dropped my cigar. Right into my lap.
Yeah, you did.
And Aaron also.
It is. Let me go get my teapot.
Aaron also said the kids are seldom taken away from the parents, only in cases where they don't believe that the person is really the parent. The adult is a criminal, as in has an active warrant out, etc. And a couple other cases are the children ever taken from the family split up. Don't believe the crap on the news. It's psychological warfare.
Oh, I want to say, speaking of Tea Party, tomorrow, what is it? Tomorrow, 3 to 6, we're having a tea party at the tavern.
This is another guest who we were supposed to have Mad Hatter of Madison, or of Mad Hatter team, Madison Hatter, but he double booked and he apologized and said, hey, I can't make it. But we decided to just go forward with the tea party, so it'll be a lot like today's show, but
with tea.
With tea,
which is a lot like today's show.
Yeah, well, today we had a lot of coffee too.
We did.
Are you going to dress up? Are you going to dress up for the tea party?
Well, I'm not going to be naked.
I might dress up.
I said up. I didn't just dress up.
I think I have it. Oh, I have when I did the American McGee's Alice Mad Hatter Rabbit mashup costume. I still have the hat, so I might wear that.
There we go.
I have my hat. I'll wear my hat.
I'm just waiting to see what she's about to
Are
do.
you going to be here tomorrow? For the
Yeah. Yeah.
I won't. I'll be at work all evening. I'll be wearing my bored as shit hat.
I'm going to get up early, do a tremendous workout, get some writing done, and then devour food on the show with tea.
Sounds good.
I'll be getting.
Were you trying to ask me a question, Travis?
Yes, and I'll get back to it in just a second. It's
okay. Sorry.
It's okay.
I built a desk today.
Did you really? I saw a great picture of a desk. It was 3, like 2x8s on legs, and that's it. And it was beautiful and simple and lots of room. And I'm like,
I like it.
Yeah, simplicity, nice.
We're gonna have to make one.
I love the Fallout 4 shirt, Andrea.
Oh.
That's my game. Love it.
I haven't played it yet, but people say
played
I
it.
like it.
Did you take pictures of your desk?
I have not yet. It's not completely stained. When I get it done, I'll take pictures of it.
All right, cool.
It's Carrie's desk.
And John says that would be a mashup character to draw, Andrea. What?
Oh, it's in the newspaper.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Was that? Yeah,
What
it was at a
were you
MarsCon too, and one of the newspapers were there, and they took a picture of me, and I was in the newspaper.
Elizabeth, do you have the superhero characters nearby that you could flash at the camera?
Flash, please, flash.
These are the characters she drew for our superhero role-playing
I
game.
love her character.
All right, hang on.
Okay.
It is fabulous.
Just make her big there. That is a positive way to make the newspaper dressed as a bloody fairy tale. Let's. There we go. Okay. Des. Okay. Welcome back, Elizabeth.
Precarious. Oh, I have an extra one. I stayed up really late. This one took a while. Okay, this is the latest attempt at Andreas. I guess if I can get it. Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
Raise it up a little bit for me. There you go.
Oh. Wow, that's.
I like
got the
this.
Dockers,
awesome.
right?
Nice.
Okay. I'm trying to find a cool style to depict everyone in. It's somewhere between Pixar and Warner Brothers, I think. Okay, that one didn't work. That was a bad one.
Oh, as long as
Edit.
it's not
Okay,
that
this
first
is-
one you drew of your own.
This was yeah, I'll get there. And then this was Andreas. Too much light.
No, it's
That-
okay. Once it adjusts up. There you go. That's perfect.
Oh.
That was your
Yeah.
first attempt of yours. I told you, Dan, a lot faster than before, huh?
I know.
It's like, really? All right, this is my character with dance.
And up a little. There you go. Stop there. And Dan appropriately is semi-lost in shadow there.
Geeky,
As
right?
it should be.
Yeah.
Kind of a shadow superhero, and I'm this huge soccer mom.
That had a litter. Had septuplets.
Yeah.
This is the first one I got going.
And up a little.
Which I love that. Love that.
Yeah.
I love the thighs.
Yes.
The calves.
love
The
the
calves.
calves.
I mean, the calves. Yeah.
And she was, what was she taking? Like some special experimental hemorrhoid? Not hemorrhoid, steroids.
In high school, college, she took a supplement, and then when she was pregnant with all the prenatal stuff, it reacted, and that was like 10 years later, and boom, she blossomed, if you will.
And then I was trying to work on her face. Like, she's going to have like sports fan face paint. And it might change, you know. And they're running around in Vegas.
And by the way, for everybody who has supported on the Kickstarter, the game takes place in the same era as the talent agency book that's coming out. So it's like a couple decades in the future. They're playing in New Vegas. Up a little.
Oh,
Sorry. And up a little.
Still looking for the style.
There you go.
Still look. So you know.
There we go.
There you go.
And John and Victoria both are saying appreciative things. Is that all of them, or should I keep the camera set up for you?
I don't know. That'll be it. That's all for now. I got to work on Dan. Dan is very loose and limited in his description of his character.
And there will be an NPC
I'm just
at
loose.
some point.
There will be a movie?
An NPC.
Yeah, probably. Especially the way we have so, you know, I like being able to play for a couple hours. That's a lot of fun because it's not such a huge commitment.
Right.
You know, 5 hours is a big commitment for me. And I like it because it does stir up the juices. And I did get some writing done afterwards. Because you get to bounce ideas off people who are just as creative as I am. And they give you different outlooks. Yeah, and I really appreciate it. So keep playing.
We had a good time.
Although I will fit to the 24-hour ones. We can plan it on a weekend.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I don't know what November 3rd. I'm sure is a weekend.
I'll look real quick. I'll double check.
Yeah, I don't. I can't find my stuff.
It usually is. Use the Google.
Use
Hey Alexa.
You know, there's a big flaw in that Alexa thing because I house sat for someone. They had it. When you have the music on and it's really loud, she can't hear you. So you're yelling at the machine to turn it down.
In my experience, I have 6 of them. That's BS because I could be running saws in my shop and yell, "Hey Alexa, play Tom Petty." It hears me and plays it.
Well, I don't know if it's BS. I just was in a house with one and it didn't work.
The new ones are much better than the older ones.
Oh, that's probably true.
Yeah, the
I have
technology.
both of the generations. I don't have any mic problems with the second one, especially when it's plastic.
Okay.
But maybe that's somebody else's experience.
Maybe it knows your voice better or something. I don't know.
True.
Maybe it's a frequency thing as well.
Could be.
Yeah.
Maybe it's picking you up easier through the steady, monotonous tone of a saw
probably
as
used
opposed
to
to
ignoring
constantly
it.
changing tone of music. Maybe I'm talking out my arse. I don't know. Both equally
I
possible.
think it doesn't like women.
Aaron says
I
the
saw that
AI
new-
tech is getting really great. The Google earbuds aren't awesome yet. Go ahead, Kev. Sorry.
The Google Assistant thing that they advertised the other day at one of the computing conventions that's essentially like a PA for you now that will actually ring up and book appointments for you and stuff on its own. They showed a video of it dialing a hairdresser's and booking a hair appointment for someone.
I was looking for that.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Andrea.
Oh, on different subject, I was looking for the picture to show John of the mashup character, and I came across, because I'm on Facebook looking at my photos, I came across this one, because Saturday we were talking about tattoos. There's my carnivorous daisies.
Somebody was wanting to see that. Probably Bob. Who knows? Oh, it was Daniel.
Dan.
My bad.
Mhm.
They all look alike, these white guys.
Oh, it turned off.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's 2 out of 3. She's got a third.
When you have poor vision like I do, everyone looks alike.
Maybe that's my problem.
Yeah, this is just 2 of them because it goes around my thigh.
Oh.
I wanted daisies with fangs.
It was a cover-up piece.
It was.
I don't know what just happened. I shifted gears and I'm yawning like crazy here. Daniel, have you still not eaten?
Just
Dan?
He's muted. And hasn't.
You're muted, Daniel.
He's sitting here like
Well, that's why I had the mic up because I was chewing.
Oh.
You don't listen to me anyway, so.
What?
What?
Huh?
Oh, there I am, as Mad Hatter,
You can wear your Mad Hatter outfit.
Oh.
riding my flamingo, if you know what I mean. My pink long neck, as I like to call it.
Is that what you kids call it these days?
It's not what the police called it when they chased me down the road.
It's funny.
Oh, okay. We got 5 minutes. Let me go over what we have coming up over
That's
the
it?
next 7 days. Okay, so tomorrow we have our tea party, and that's 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday we have star of screen and maybe stage, I don't know. William Kircher, star of The Hobbit, who played Biffa the Dwarf and Tom the Troll in the Hobbit movie, will be joining us. Thursday, we have Zola Mark of Pink Cocoon. Then apparently Friday, I've decided to do a random long stream to help with the last of the Kickstarter and push it as high as we can get it to go before it ends. And then next Monday, we're due to have Eric Larson of Testacon and Expectocon on.
Nice.
So that's the next 7 days.
Yay.
And Saturday, we will have a stream on Andrea's channel
Mm-hmm.
with the Marvel Superheroes game.
That's 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern.
So, and then of course, if you follow the newsletter, something I might start doing as Andrea gets a regular schedule is including her broadcasts in there too. We'll see how that works out. It's that way, if we have the same crew popping back and forth between the two channels, we get you guys all the information you need.
Why not?
Oh.
Why not? Okay, and I really appreciate everybody with the Kickstarter today. Oh, something happened. What happened? It blew up.
Yay, Kennedy!
Kennedy, there you are. We've been wondering where you were, man. Howdy, gang. Busy night. Just saying hello before you sign off. Yeah, we need to talk to you about the gaming if you're going to do the gaming. It's So there you go. I'm sure we'll catch you midweek, though. Tomorrow will be a good day to tune in. It's going to be another kind of random show. It's just a tea party, and I think Daniel's joining us, and
Hey, Dan.
Elizabeth is joining us, I think. Is that correct, guys?
I believe
Can I
so.
wear my pretty dress?
I'm
Yes.
counting on it.
See, there's Andrea dressed.
Elizabeth, you know me.
I do. That's why I said it.
All right.
Love
You can wear a dress. It's all good.
I'll dress like Mrs. Nesbitt.
He did wear poo the other day.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
How did Piglet feel about that?
Excited?
Not that kind of poo.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it is that kind of, yeah. Skinned
Yeah,
the bear, strapped it on. Piglet was like, about goddamn time.
Got poo on you.
Oh, I guess we should find somebody to raid. Let's see.
Oh, who are we gonna raid?
Let's see who we got here. Let's see here. I had somebody new I followed today. Shall we go with a musician?
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's go to Spider Show. We'll
The
go there.
spiders?
The Spider Show.
Oh.
So everybody just hang out and the raid will sweep you along to another stream. WordPress group tonight, hanging out.
I'm just waiting to see the board.
Oh yeah. Can you?
Are we going to see it tonight?
Yeah, well, yeah, in a second. I mean, you know.
She's not drawing on her board. She's back there mixing crack or something.
She's playing in her meth
It's going to take a second to get it up.
Drawing on her own body in crayons.
Okay.
You're going to have to wait a second.
The viewers will get to see it when I put it up in VIP tomorrow as the banner.
That's
How-
right.
So, everybody else, we've got ourselves about. Let's do a closing toast here.
Oh.
Oh my God! Here's the random shows. I love the damn things. And
Here,
Eric,
here.
we will get you on.
And we can be random then too.
That's right. That's right. We could do random or topic, but then again, the topics are like this too.
Good night, Robin.
Back and forth.
So on
Good night,
our tea
sweetie.
party, are we talking about tea or what's the...
Oh, we're talking about tea and anything else that comes to mind, but we'll keep going back to tea.
Yeah.
That's Ed's wife's name.
It's all gone to pot, if you ask me.
What kind of tea do you think I'm having?
Is it hot tea?
That's true.
Oh, I
Is
thought
it
he said...
hot tea?
Oh, I thought he said pot tea. I'm sorry.
I might have.
My
I
mistake.
don't know. It's hard to say. Here we go. Thanks for joining us in the discussion shenanigans tonight. You are the one thing that makes the show what it is. Don't forget to join us at the tavern next week. Until then, have fun, keep learning,
Victoria.
and be good to one another.
Now, raise your glass up and cheer. Enjoy the small moments every day, and steamy dreams every night.